Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob. Got my man We Lit in the building. We got Grind and Motivate, and we got AB Promotions in the house. Make sure you guys show some love. All right. Shout out to everybody. How y'all gentlemen doing?
Doing good. What about y'all?
Grift. Grift set.
Hold on. Don't check me. Check your credit score.
Right. Big facts. So if you guys could hear us okay, give us a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys cannot hear us okay, give us an angry face or a thumbs down. We get the mic levels checked out. So here's the question for y'all. What we going to talk about today?
Yeah, let's get on Aba and Preach.
That we're going to get on Aba and Preach. Aba and Preach needs Aba and Preach needs some more work.
I got
They
it.
need
That's
they
what's
need
up.
all.
They need all the work. Facts. And we need all that grift. You know what I'm saying? We need all that grift.
You gonna get this grift.
Yeah, we're gonna get the grift because the grift set coming. So before we get into that, I had a couple articles that I wanted y'all to check out. So I'm gonna show those to y'all real quick. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah. The first one is about the passport bros. What y'all think about the passport bros? How do y'all feel about the passport bros? Let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about the passport movement. Shout out to Sifa. Sifa said, F Aba and Preach.
I rock with the movement, man. There's this one guy on TikTok, man. He puts a whole different light on the movement. Now, just for the guys that are just going out there trying to get some panties in the jammies, I mean, that's a whole nother set. But I forget his name. I'll look him up, but I kind of rock with it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. How about you? How you feel about it, Grind? Well, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. I feel the same way We Lit feels. I just think that some of the dudes that have been representing it online have been extremely lame. That's pretty much my main gripe with it.
That's the guy right there in the picture, by the way. My bad.
Oh, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Yeah, I'm all about it, and honestly, more so about it for people being able to travel and being able to see parts of the world and get like a full experience of life. You know what I mean? Not so much just for finding a woman.
I just was gonna say the same thing. Like, yo, getting your passport is important, man. Nobody wants to be, stuck in one area. It's good to see other aspects of the world. You know what I mean? Not just for relationship, standards, but just going out there and seeing what the world got to offer. You know what I mean? So definitely the passport bro movement. And truth be told, I feel like just a little bit, but the females are kind of hating on the men. You know what I mean? Traveling more now than they did before.
Yeah, that's facts. Carlton says,
"Hey man, we catch them flight."
He said there's more bros that we should be worried about than the passport bros. There's the domestic bros. There's the Wayne's bros. And then
bros.
It's the undocumented bros. Facts. Them the one that's really wreaking havoc all over the place.
Right.
The undocumented bros going ham at the border. They like Nelly down there. Let me in now. Let me in now. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, let me in now.
Hey.
That's hilarious. That's too funny. All right, so let's check this out real quick. It says, I'm a passport bro. We want traditional wives, not mail order brides. Now let me ask you guys a question, right? And I want to ask this question to you guys on the panel, and I want to ask this question to the people in the chat. So make sure you guys respond. All right. Do you all feel that how men want traditional women of today feel that they may not be getting traditional men? Do you guys think that could be a possible thing, or are men the same as we always used to be and everybody's just completely off in what it is that they want?
We're never the same, man. I mean, I feel like we definitely have changed. The women have changed. The atmosphere has changed, and the grift's changed. And we're gonna have to change it all. But the traditional women, there's some out there, but I don't really see them. First thing I do when I go into a girl's house is I go up in those cabinets. If you don't got a seasoning cabinet, I'm out of there. And if you pass the seasoning cabinet test, I'm going into your medicine cabinet. And if things ain't adding up on the Google search, I'm out of there.
What seasonings do you require?
Feel you, We Lit.
the adobo, a little sazon, definitely smoked paprika. You gotta have the black pepper, but you gotta have that butcher's pepper. But don't get me started, man. I'm a foodie, so.
No, we need to, man. Maybe I need, you know what I'm saying? We all might need to take a look at our cabinets. You know what I'm saying?
That is a great aspect of looking at it. Like, yo, yeah, you definitely got to take that cabinet. You know, if it's only salt and pepper, you know what I mean?
And Lowry's. I'm out.
You ain't doing the great value. You don't do that.
Well, the onion powder cool, but you know.
Look,
I like garlic
that
salt.
goes back. That goes back to Aba and Preach. They the store brand. You know what I'm saying? Equal to Fresh and Fit. You know what I mean? They the same ninjas, just like I said before. You know what I mean? Like, as far as backgrounds is concerned, you know, I rock with Fresh though. Fresh is my guy. You know, Fresh CEO is about to probably come out with a all-tell book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
Man.
Hey guys, I just want to tell you guys, I'm coming out with a book. It's about my experience that I had on the podcast, Fresh and Fit. So make sure you guys check in the chat. Buy my book.
How he never talk about how he never liked Fit. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait.
I never really liked Myron. Myron was an asshole. You know what I mean?
Right,
I never really liked him. I used to be on the podcast, and every time I try to say something to the women, Myron always cut me off. He got me into this beef with Aba and Preach, and they exposed the fact that I was simping for the slut named Miranda.
The great value grift.
That's hilarious.
So now here
says, funny, yo.
So you guys think that so what do you guys think are different about today's men than than the men of the past? Because the thing is I don't think, like, when I watch these videos that they put on like TikTok and different stuff like that, they never really come from the perspective of asking the women, well, are you looking for traditional men, like how men are looking for traditional women? That question is never posed. So I'm curious.
I think dude answered it on one of his videos though, for sure.
Who? Which dude? Who?
Same guy on the screen, man.
Oh, your boy Austin Hollerman?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He is the Passport Bros United States champion.
Okay. All right. So here it says Passport Bros are looking for love. Not just any gal will get the entry stamp into their hearts. Eligible bachelors in the U.S. dubbed Passport Bros are flocking to foreign countries after ditching the American dating pool in search of love overseas, much to the disgust of women on the internet. On TikTok, the tag Passport Bros has scored more than 422 million views. So we got to start hashtagging that when we grift. You know what I'm saying? We need some of that 422 mil. You know what I'm saying? Featuring clips of men parading their far-flung lovers online while advertising the growing trend. The draw of dating abroad, according to unsatisfied singletons in the U.S., is finding a traditional wife. Now, here's my question. I want to know what you guys think, and I want to know what the people in the chat think. How do you know, going to a different country, what's traditional there? Like, how do you know what to expect? Like, how do you know that you're not going to a foreign country getting a modern foreign woman?
Rob, I hate to do it, but I gotta address the smoke right now. I said what I said. I said what I said. Okay, ain't nothing feminine going on this stream. If you want to grift on down my way, I can show you a 1-2 and a lefty. Okay, and we'll see how feminine them hits.
Look, he's
gonna call it right now. This grift set.
We lit. I hear you. But he said what he said.
He said what he said, and I said what I said.
He said what he said. No,
now,
I said what I said. He's I said what he said. You said what you said.
Yeah. Pull up on me.
That's hilarious. That name funny as hell. Look, there you go. He said he had 2 women in one day on multiple occasions, and I'm not even on fresh level.
Well, salute to that, but your other comment was out of pocket.
But here go my question. Why would you feel that you're not on Fresh's level if you had a threesome and Fresh has to pay for box? Did you pay for your threesome?
That's a bit feminine.
You got to always be on top. Never say that somebody is better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Young buck.
You know? Teachers get surpassed every day, B. You know what I'm saying?
Every day, man. I'm sorry, guys.
Every
I had
day.
that. Boy, I'll be having energy sometimes.
That's hilarious. So now here it says that is women who are raised to be good wives, dress modestly, and submit to their partners. Now, let me ask you guys, do you guys think that the chances of finding a woman like that are higher overseas?
It depends what you're looking for, man. Because I've seen some things in DR where dress moderately. No, they dress the same, and they when you say "Hola, chica," she come a run. But I don't know about that.
I said what I said. Said when did Fresh pay for box? Are you serious? I said what I said.
Right.
You don't know about the whole Miranda story arc.
Water under the bridge. Automatically that.
I forgot to do I'm off schedule, bro. I forgot to do my acknowledgments. Shout out to everybody that's in the building already. If I missed you guys, I apologize. Throw some Rotten Tomatoes in the chat for me because I'm trying to multitask, and as you guys can see, I'm not doing real well. I'm one of those people that gets real grouchy when I got to do a lot of extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to not be grouchy, but then I actually be grouchy, and I ain't trying to be grouchy, so my bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You be like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this. I got this window open. Damn, I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. Hold on real quick. Let me grab AB and put him back in. What's good, bro? Welcome back, bro. Yeah, she showed multiple receipts. Facts. Shout out to my man Terrence. You know what I'm saying? Miranda showed multiple receipts. There's plenty of proof of that out there. And I think she also has a TikTok account, doesn't she? That's got a pretty decent following. That's where they got most of the receipts from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So now here it says Austin Abata is one of many in the Brotherhood who flaunts his prowess online, fondly referring to his travels as the adventure of a lifetime. All right.
He does it
remote
right.
work. Remote worker has gone viral as the self-styled digital bromad, scoring more than 413,000 followers on TikTok, all while he travels to Colombia, Thailand, South Korea, the Philippines, and allegedly in search of a blushing bride. A lot of women overseas are taught from a young age from their mothers and other members of their family how to treat a man and how to make their future husband happy. Now, here's my thing. Traditional women like overseas, aren't people like overseas really naturalistic and put their culture first? So their parents may have told them the thing to do is find somebody within your culture. So would they really be open to an American like that? And I'm not asking this question like trying to roast or anything. I'm just asking this question, just asking seriously, because I don't know. What do you guys think?
They should seem that way, but from what I've witnessed in the receipts that I pulled up, they have had enough of that too, I guess.
A lot of times people from other countries like equate Americans with money, which is funny because that's not the case at all, but they just happen to do that. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
Sometimes, but I've seen like one of his last videos, they were talking about the two girls, and he's like, she's a millionaire, and this girl has her own thing going, so I don't get where that comes from.
Okay.
It's a give and a take.
Yeah, I feel it. What y'all think?
I think it depends too. I think it depends on where you're going to be a passport, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree.
East Africa, they probably won't be rocking with you like that.
you said if you go to East Africa.
Yeah,
man, it's gonna be you see what they doing on YouTube, turning YouTube into Beirut. You know what I'm saying? With Aba and Preach versus Fresh and Fit over here. Them East African boys be banging hard online. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the Colorado native who is looking for a kind and cooperative partner with a positive view on men told the Post. But in America, a lot of women were taught men aren't, you know what, and I don't need a man. In his videos, Abeta gloats about the myriad of benefits that accompany dating overseas. For one, men from the U.S. are quote unquote exotic, as he claims in a TikTok post with more than 1.8 million views, adding that playing into a stereotype of a rich American will take single men far. So play into the stereotype.
I mean, we're all doing what we're doing, and over in some countries, we're considered rich. So
yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You know what I'm saying?
Some places you send $100 over there for the month. Yeah, your big bank ain't.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you know what? Hey, AB Promotions, don't try to join the stream through Google Chrome if you can. I don't know what kind of phone you got. If you got an iPhone or if you got a Droid. If you got a Droid, try to use Safari. If you got an iPhone, try to use Safari. Yeah, and if you got a Droid, use Chrome. See if that helps. You know what I'm saying?
Carlton Way, you're right. It's all about balance.
It's all about balance.
What did Lil Wayne say? Chef up in the kitchen like, what the hell is a sandwich? I told him that we need middle ground. We need balance.
You know what else? You know what else Lil Wayne said? After I come to my senses.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
The American grift. The great American grift.
Yeah, so I think this article doesn't really say too much about
play
the
one of his
passport
videos,
bros.
bro.
This guy's videos right here. Let's play this.
Play one up.
Let's see what he's talking about. I think it might. Oh, okay. No, hold on. Yeah, it took me to TikTok. Hold on, real quick.
Just hit the volume button on it. Chat, man, throw some radiation emojis in there for me. Hit that like button. I'm doing Rob's job real quick. Hit that like button and share the stream. Share the stream. It's a Sunday stream.
Let's see. Damn,
it's a gift from the grift.
Yeah, I can't play that shit, bro. I don't know what's going on with my window. Let me see. Maybe they got
YouTube,
one.
Though.
Let's see. Maybe they got one embedded. Nah, they ain't got one embedded. But it's all good though. It's all good. We ain't about to mess with it. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that making women look dumb is a disturbing new trend on the podcast like Fresh and Fit?
Definitely.
Really? What do you think, Grind?
Oh, you said, well, who's trying to start a podcast like Fresh and Fit?
Grind in that chat. Grind part of the chat spam mafia. Shout out to the chat spam mafia, man. Throw some radiation emojis and flames in the chat. You know what I'm saying? The New York Post came out with this article right here, and it's saying making women look dumb is a disturbing new podcast trend.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys agree with that, or do you disagree?
I agree with that. I think it's that definitely seems to be what's popular right now.
Yeah, I agree. What do you guys think in the chat? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to my man Torian. Torian said we almost at 700. We almost at 700. We got to get that 1K, y'all. Smash that like button. Make sure y'all hit that bell. Share the video out. Make sure y'all watch them new videos that we just put up. We trying to get there. You know what I'm saying?
So show some grind.
Love. That 1K grind. Yeah. We're gonna have a 1K party. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a dope stream set up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? At 1K. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all smash that like button, share the stream. You know what I'm saying? Cephas says, so do you recognize that Aba is at least a know-it-all? What do you guys think in the chat? Is Aba a know-it-all? What do you guys think on the panel? I don't think Aba's a know-it-all. I don't think he's a know-it-all.
Nah.
I think it's lightweight sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like when Preach talks, he kind of will talk over him a little bit, or he just kind of seems like he might think he's just like a little bit more intelligent than others.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what? And sometimes it do be looking like Preach is like
I can see y'all moved on from the last topic, but I was having a little bit of technical issues with my phone.
Oh, you good, bro? Don't even trip. You good.
Hey, you mind if I touch base on the last topic though?
Quick? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I think with the passport bro thing, as far as traditional women and stuff like that, I think has a lot to do with upbringing. You know what I'm saying? So, if a young lady was brought up in a household where they made Sunday dinners, 9 times out of 10, the young lady's probably gonna be making Sunday dinners, if and when she gets married, or even by herself. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a generational thing. I think it's upbringing. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Let me ask y'all a question in the chat. If y'all think that Aba is a know-it-all, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that he is, give me a thumbs down. I do agree with Grind, though. A lot of times it do seem like Aba do kind of be talking over Preach, and it be looking like Preach be getting kind of frustrated with that.
Yeah,
I be seeing that all the time. Like he'll fold his arms and then turn away. You ever notice that?
Yeah, he does do that. He be doing that, and then Apple just like finish it off or stop him abruptly.
Yeah, man. Go ahead. My bad.
You see the similarities between him and Fit.
I agree. It's like he's a lighter. He's not nowhere near as bad as Fit, but it's kind of similar a little bit.
Yeah, he's no frills. He's no frills Fit. You know what I mean? Like you get the name brand when it comes to Fresh and Fit or whatever, and then with Aba and Preach you get in the store brand. You know what I mean? They the same dudes, you know what I mean? They're just store brand and name brand.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. It's a lot of similarities between the two. I think I think that might not be a bad stream at all to do. Is one where we compare Aba and Preach to Fresh and Fit. Like, yeah, y'all about the same.
You're gonna see there's a lot of similarities between the two. You know what I mean? They're not that much different. They both trying to protect their bag. You know what I mean? They conveniently point out the racism when it suits their needs or whatever, but don't call out real racism. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Facts, bro.
Or perpetuate it themselves, like your boy.
Yeah.
People could see right through all that. You know what I mean? Like, y'all not getting a pass. Like I'm glad you was taking them up to task, Black Light, because a lot of people like to say what other people mind, like frame of mind is or whatever. Well, they're not. They weren't doing this. They weren't covering for that. They weren't doing this. But yeah, they act just like how Pearly Things know exactly what she's doing when she's doing it. Like she ain't no dummy, and we all could see through all that. You know what I mean? They doing the same thing, and we can see through that too.
Facts. No, I agree 100%, bro.
I know those your boys, right? Those your boys, but I can't rock with them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like, if they doing dirty, we got to get them. If they doing dirty, we got to get them. If they real like they say they real, then they'll understand.
You got to hold them to the light like a $20 bill.
Fresh CEO is my guy. Fresh CEO, rock with him. I can't wait. He's a pimp. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, like, all I'm gonna do is just take notes when he start talking. I'm gonna just take notes, man. That's it.
That's hilarious. Yo, real quick, shout out to my man Harrison Family Vlogs in the building. If y'all not subscribed to Harrison Family Vlogs, make sure you guys go over there and check out his channel. That brother does great content. It's really high quality. Like the actual content itself with the message is high quality, and high quality camera work, high quality sound, high quality production. Just an excellent all around content creator. Real positive brother. Make sure y'all show him some love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But you know what I wanted to bring up, and I want to know what y'all thought about it. What did y'all think about how Aba was like? Because I was actually watching the last live stream as I was cutting up the clips. And I was like, that's interesting that Aba said, oh, just Pearly Things actually took Brittany Venti's advice and dressed real nice in orange for her to go to her to meet up with the racists or whatever. And it's like, bruh, do you and you're still not acknowledging, well, maybe she is racist because look at the people that she's hanging around and look at how she dressed for the racist occasion. You know what I'm saying? But like he still he didn't address that. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was interesting. What y'all think?
She put her Sunday's best on for that one, didn't she?
Man.
Yeah, he's not gonna address that because he ain't messing up the bag. Like it's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? Like they know exactly what they doing. Aba ain't no dummy. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's catering to his audience or whatever. He's telling them what they want to hear. He knows the truth. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna call them racist, but not in the exclude Pearly with like when she was scrolling off the screen in her chair. Like that's what you're doing because she scrolled off the screen. Now she ain't racist. Nah, bro. We know what the game is. You know what I mean? Like nah. They all lumped up in one. They all lumped up in the same bag. You know what I mean? If you're gonna brush them with a if you're gonna paint them with a brush or whatever, you gotta brush her too. You gotta paint her too.
Yeah.
Right, that's facts. Shout out to Devo. Devo says Myron thinks he's right about everything. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys agree or do you guys disagree? I actually agree with that because Myron be going ham. Like,
that's actual and factual.
Yep.
And Myron to go in on you, like he'll just start calling you names and acting crazy, like if you don't agree. You know what I'm saying?
I've been waiting for somebody to just get up and sock him though. Nobody's ever tried.
Yeah, Myron.
That stand your ground law. He's in Florida.
Yeah, Myron do be packing though. He got the pipe.
Yeah, he'll run that.
Man, run the fade.
Myron's a cornball with a thing going through his damn head, man. No.
That's big, man.
He's corny as hell, yo. He's corny.
Well, I want to get us out. I want to get us cleared. I want to get us cleared on this right now. Do you all feel that the Reacts podcast makes women dumb? If you guys feel like we make women dumb, give us an angry face in the chat. If you guys feel like we don't and we handle everybody pretty equally, give us a thumbs up. I don't want to be out here contributing to this trend of podcasting making women dumb. You know what I'm saying?
I'm giving the first thumbs up right now.
That's hilarious.
I give everybody free reign to make themselves look dumb, including myself.
I think like you know, like Reacts, you know what I mean? All black, like all your channels, you know what I mean? I think most people probably hate watching, you know what I'm saying? They like what Styles P said. Styles P, your favorite rapper. I think that's what people be doing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people be watching, they be loving the content, but they be hating at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, people be scared, you know what I'm saying? People be scared, they be cloud watching. You know what I'm saying? They be doing my man Grind and Motivate like that. Then once in the blue moon, they'll put a hate comment on there like, you can't box. You know, like,
pull up on him, man.
You won't box circa, bucko.
You will. I don't know if I probably can't do 3 minutes no more. But you know, a lot of people don't know 30 seconds is a long time. A lot of things can happen in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? When y'all were talking about like dropping somebody with a body shot, it's absolutely true. I remember sparring somebody. It was years ago though. I was still in my 30s, but I was sparring somebody. You know, when he's throwing some jabs, you know, so I slipped the jab and I sidestep, right? Yeah. And I catch him with a left hook in like in the liver area. This is all you heard.
Shut down.
And this is that's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I believe it.
It's a grown man. I caught him right there. He's like, So I'm like, all right.
How'd he do again?
Clip it. Sound like a little girl.
Right.
You know what I mean? So don't count the body shots out, yo. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You seriously could get hurt. You know what I mean? So
oh yeah. I seen a YouTube short of Andrew Tate. He was actually boxing some dude from TikTok, and he put him down with a body shot.
He was getting touched up by another dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Win Loser Rug. What's good with it, bro?
Oh, Andrew Tate?
Yeah, he was getting touched up by some dude one time. It was just recent too. This
is a great tangent right now.
A lot of people in the comments doing all that crazy stuff ain't never threw a punch. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, a lot of people can't go 1 minute, man. 1 minute is a long time. If you could do 3 minutes, you know what I mean, you in top notch shape.
Big facts.
I've talked to several people, man, that have said they've never been in a confrontation in a fight before. I'm like, man, I don't know what kind of life you live. Have you never been in a physical confrontation ever?
Well, man, a lot of people. Let me not say a lot of people, but people that's like that probably just avoid conflict. I'm mostly like that, y'all. You got.
I'm like that now, but come on, you weren't a kid. Well, then your mama this pow. What you say?
Yeah. Yeah, but never ever I don't know if that could be possible. Like never ever in your life getting into a conflict. You know what I'm saying?
Not in our neighborhoods. I mean, I don't know how much dodging you got to do. You can't dodge that long. It's summer.
Yeah, I just want to address this comment that's on the screen. AG says jobless stream. All I gotta say is grift set. Grift
Hey,
set,
I own
grift
2
set,
restaurants,
grift
buddy.
No, I'm broke. I ain't got nothing going on right now. I ain't, all I do is just sit home and watch YouTube for a living. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no job. Just like Tom.
Hey, sometimes I
Facts.
step into that for tax purposes.
I ain't got no job like Tom. You know what I mean? Allegedly.
Facts.
I'm gonna bring my restaurants back just because of that.
I work at the black building across the street from the white building.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
You know.
The
Facts.
nerve of these people.
Hey,
big facts.
That's another one that has never had a conflict.
Of these people.
So check this out. Speaking of which, we gotta get a tally. Let's get it cracking. If you have thrown hands and you're in the comment section, put a fist in the comment section. If you haven't, put a clown face. Now, don't be afraid to put a clown face. That's not no reflection on you. That's just the emoji that we chose for the particular survey.
Mm.
And if you've ever been serviced and done nothing back, put a peace symbol.
Yeah.
not serviced.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind. I was about to go there. But I ain't even about to go there. I was just
Let's keep
pause.
Right. I was about to say, you think Abba threw hands when he got the milkman?
I would never threw hands ever in his whole life. He's never thrown hands in his life.
Abba said he from the streets, man. If you listen to Aba and Preach's videos, Abba say he from the streets. Like he grimy.
That don't mean nothing. He from the streets and he never throw hands. That's it.
He never shot the fair one, huh?
Nah, he ain't even slap box when he was a kid.
That's hilarious. You're like getting disciplined by your mama ain't no damn slap boxing, son.
You know what I mean?
That's hilarious. So this to me is like free advertising for whatever podcast. They never did any of this when Kevin Samuels was popping, but it is what it is. So now here, what it says is making women look dumb is a new disturbing trend podcast. A podcast with hundreds of thousands of subscribers and followers across platforms is stoking the flames of controversy by belittling female guests and making them look dumb. Now, here's my question. Who's putting a gun to people's heads and making them go on whatever podcast? Have you ever seen an extortion where there was a bunch of women led in there and somebody had a shotgun poking it to tell
there's
them
no
where
guns. To go? There's no guns, but there's a lot of triggers, okay? A lot of triggers.
Right.
Sounds like they're talking about somebody in specific.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're talking about the whatever podcast. So now here says the whatever podcast hosted by Brian Atlas.
I thought you were talking about Fresh and Fit.
Well, this podcast right here, they like stole. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Do you guys feel that the whatever podcast kind of stole Fresh and Fit's style? If you guys feel like they did, give us a thumbs up. If you guys feel like they didn't, give us a thumbs down. And shout out to Torian. We got Torian in the building. What's good with it, bro?
What's going on?
Show the unmelanated version.
I tell you what Grind and Motivate did recently, that seemed pretty unmelanated to me.
What he do?
I'm not Grind and Motivate, Fresh and Fit. Anytime I'm saying grind.
What I do?
Right. Look, destruction. My bad.
Freedom grip.
Like, see, I be doing that all the time. I think I've done that in live streams too, where I like replace Grind and Motivate with Fresh and Fit. Like, and I can't get over not doing that. This is what I'm talking about how I get grouchy when I'm trying to multitask and I start making human errors like that shit, like syntax error.
You got it, bro. Do you think? What's good, Torian?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good, bro.
Man,
chilling.
Living. One of the hardest working people on YouTube right now, man.
Yeah, big facts.
Woo! Yeah, much props to Torian, man. That's my guy too.
Yeah, that's why. Like I said, that's why I said I had to scale back on the how many videos upload a day is because of that. It was becoming a little too much.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
never
it
too
definitely
much.
Can
Never too
be.
much.
It definitely,
now,
it definitely can be.
Torian hit you with the the official realness. You know what I mean? And then he give you a lot of movie reviews and stuff like that. It's like a good mix. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? I was watching one of his last one of your last what is it called again? The Massacre series.
Yeah,
and it's sometimes it's a little bit much, especially with the music, man. I be getting fired up, man.
Man, that was a perfect choice of music, man. That was a perfect choice of music. That music is perfect.
Yeah, and it was hard trying to find. It was hard trying to find the perfect music for that, like, because I use Epidemic Sound to get the music, and for those of you who don't know, Epidemic Sound is literally a library of copyright, royalty-free instrumental music, and they have all types of genres of music. So imagine how hard it was for me just to find 2 songs to use in a loop for that.
Right.
It was not easy. I spent like a good hour finding just those 2 songs.
You had
before I started this series.
I can't lie.
Now that was a good choice.
Yeah, that music definitely sets the mood. You know what I'm saying?
I was in there talking about Big Baby gonna shoot.
Right. Right.
You know I mean?
Yo, AB, have you ever seen the Sundown Town series on Torian's channel?
I didn't get a chance to watch the Sundown Town on his channel yet. You know,
yeah, bro.
I'm trying to be doing a lot of content or whatever that, you know, it's kind of, and they be kind of long form, so you got to really have the time to sit down and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
is he the Lil Wayne of YouTube?
No, Torian better than Lil Wayne.
I'm talking about with dropping the product.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. The best way to watch Torian's videos is not to watch a single video. Watch a playlist. That's what I always do.
Yeah.
Like, because I'll go to work, or if I'm doing something, I'll put on a playlist, and I'll watch. If I'm listening, I'll watch like about an hour's worth of videos in one sitting while I'm actually doing something. That's how I got through a lot of the. Because how long did it take you to do the Sundown, like that, which is first of all crazy that there were so many Sundown towns in the United States, but it took you over a year to complete the Sundown series, didn't it?
Yeah, actually longer than that, because I started it in January of 2020 and I didn't end it until like around May of last year.
Wow.
Dedication.
Wow.
How many total Sundown towns were there? Did you keep count?
It was probably almost 130.
Damn.
And most of them were in Indiana. I literally spent 3 months in Indiana alone.
That's Rob neck of the woods.
Yeah, kind of. It is kind of, yeah. But my neck of the woods more so would be like Pennsylvania.
Okay, got
Indiana would be more.
Yeah, because you in Ohio. Ohio's like right next door to PA.
I think
I would say more next door to Pittsburgh.
Well, we border a couple states. We border West Virginia. We border Kentucky. Michigan. We border Michigan.
Indiana, right?
I think we border Indiana. I think we do border Indiana too. Yeah, we do border Indiana, and we also border Canada. We got a lot of borders. We got a lot of borders. Yeah. We got a lot of borders.
My border in states of Delaware, West Virginia, and Virginia.
The DMV. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the DMV.
Definitely shout out.
Damn, that made me want some Ben's chili bowl.
Right down there on Georgia Ave. right near Howard University.
Yeah, I gotta sit in the back where Martin and them sat.
That's hilarious.
It's the whole vibe, you know.
So let me ask you guys this. Have you guys ever heard of this Brian Atlas guy before the whatever podcast got popping? What is he famous for? You guys know in the chat. What do you guys think up on the panel? You guys know who this Brian Atlas
I actually did
is?
A video on this whatever podcast back in, I forgot, was it April? I forget. It was either April or early May when I had came across a video on Twitter where I think it must have been him. It had to be him, where they were asking the women on the panel to define what a woman is. Man, that was so cringy to listen to those responses.
What was it like when that and shout out real quick to my man Bitter Truth Show over on Rumble. Was it like when that PhD was in the Senate and she was debating? Was that with Josh Hawley about what is a woman?
Asking her what a woman was, and she gave like this roundabout answer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it sort of was like that. But imagine doing that with multiple women.
Shout out to TD Hip Hop Media. Well, after I got fired by the phone, you know what I'm saying, which, you know, that's not really good practice to do for employers, you know, out there, but I got fired over the phone, you know what I'm saying? And so TD came in and made the announcement official. Just so you all know, me and Rob got beef and our partnership is over. I don't know how he managed to do this, but he sent me a text message with red letters and it said unfriended, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, damn. I was like, oh, man, okay. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's okay because I got drafted by the grift set. So it's all good. We banging over here now.
Throw up your cheese.
So now here it says the podcast team uses social media to seek women panelists, only to later roast them online in snippets, pandering to the virality of the inflammatory hot takes. In other words, it's perfect clickbait. All right. Now, this is the stuff that people say that they don't want to watch, yet somehow it magically gets the most views. Is it magic, or do people actually just want to watch this stuff?
People actually want to watch it.
They want to watch it.
I think
the
so.
curiosity is there.
Yeah. I'm distracted right now about this guy's blue hair. I'm sorry. He needs
That's
to get
destiny.
We've been on Smurf.
Do you see the other one that looks like he cleaned out a rusty pipe with a toupee and then put it on his head?
What is?
Man, we
what
got
is guys?
blue and red.
Yeah, he looks like
And
he's
look
wearing.
at they on opposite ends of the table.
Mm-hmm. He's wearing red green
Crips
moss
and
on top
Bloods.
of his head.
I don't watch none of these guys.
What?
I
See,
did
you
a
missing
video
out.
on these guys though.
I don't feel bad. I don't watch. Listen, I don't watch them either. It's just that somehow it keeps popping up. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I said that because the video that I did this morning was called "Is Digital Redlining Real?"
Oh wow!
Yes, it is.
I did
And-
see. I did see. I think you just
Rob,
did that
you
like
know.
15 minutes ago, right? Or
Yeah, like I did like earlier this morning.
oh, got you.
And basically,
Rob's been
when I was
redlined.
saying that, I was saying how this is an example of digital redlining, how they will put this type of content in front of you, but they will bury stuff like my content or Rob's content or even this channel.
Facts.
Like I said, it's based, you know how the history of redlining is in the establishment, but now they can take it from being in a physical realm and put it into the digital realm.
Yeah, big facts. Real quick,
And
guys.
it works a little bit faster too because it is digital.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get the information out quick. You can shoot it to, you know, people through like a Discord or, you know, one of those programs like that, or Messenger, Zoom call. Yeah, you can get that stuff done real quick, and it makes it worse, which is one of the reasons why we got to strengthen our networks that we have. Real quick, my man Jay the Informant just joined the panel with the receipts. Shout out to my man Jay the Informant. What's good, bro? What's going on with you?
Yo, what's going on, panel? How's everybody doing?
Doing good. We chilling.
Cooling.
That's what's up, man. Ready to get up on it.
Yeah, that's what's good. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to everybody that's watching the Grind and Motivates channel. Please take a moment, smash that like button over there. All right, make sure you guys share the video to your social media. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure you guys hit the bell. Also, if you're not subscribed to Reacts, make sure you guys subscribe to Reacts. Hit the bell. Check us out over on Rumble. All you got to do is hit the link that's pinned in the description box, and please share this video out as well. Everybody else who's on the panel, my man We Lit, Jay the Informant, AB Promotions, and Torian on the Reacts podcast channel. The links to their channels will be linked in the description box. I like to ask everybody, please make sure you guys show them support and subscribe to their channels. All right, bad.
I got a podcast first,
commercial
guys.
break.
I got a podcast first type of thing here. I got a domestic damsel in distress at the door right now, so I'm gonna be on mute for about 10 minutes.
Oh, you good?
And I'll be back for the grift set.
You'll be back for the grift set. You about to get grifted. So now here it says
indubitably.
Indubitably, right. In one episode, the panelists, who are all women, rate themselves as 10, much to Atlas's shock. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to rate you guys, but none of you are a 10, he says in response, prompting a chorus of agreement in the comments by users cruelly joking about the women's weight and appearance. In another, Atlas grills the panelists on their body counts or how many people they've been intimate with, and is met with resistance. It doesn't matter to me, but it matters to you guys, one woman said, gesturing to the men sitting across the table. So I'm not going to go and put myself out there and say my body count is just for you to ridicule me for or something. While OnlyFans model Nicolette Nicole admitted that her appearance on the podcast was to bolster her own following, she told Vice that the clips were definitely chosen to create controversy and make her look dumb and shame her. Did you guys ever hear about this OnlyFans model Nicolette Nicole? And she did an interview with Vice apparently about the whatever podcast. I didn't know people were looking into.
No, I didn't know nothing about that.
To them all like that. Were you guys? Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that either. What about y'all in the chat? Did y'all know it was going down like that?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, bro.
I'm eating hot dogs and French fries tonight. I just called. My wife is mad at me. She asked me if she was a 10.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't give the right answer. So yeah, no macaroni, no macaroni cheese, no collard greens, no pot roast. You know, yeah.
You better be getting a whole lot of no's, bro.
Yeah,
you better be getting a whole lot of no's. If she asks you if she a 10, the answer is yes. You know what I'm saying? That's the only answer. That's hilarious. All right, so now here it says, let me see. So there's that with that OnlyFans model, and we'll check that out a little bit later. But yeah, so my thing is that when it comes to how everybody is saying like, oh, you know, this is so horrible, these women are going on a show, like my thing is, why do people continue going on shows like this? Why do they keep doing it?
It said it right there in the article to bolster their numbers.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
I said nowadays that is the currency. That is the new currency. Attention is the new currency. You can't spend it anywhere, but I mean, it's something, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys think? If you guys agree in the comment section that attention is the new currency, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, then give me a thumbs down.
You want to know how I know attention is the new currency? Look at how many people post videos on Instagram or on TikTok of them just looking and posing in the camera without saying a word.
Yeah, big fact.
I think those are some of the most annoying videos. I said you could have just took a selfie.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. So I found some white content creators that actually reacted to the Fresh and Fit situation, and I thought that their reaction was interesting because in many cases it's very different than ours. And I want to see if you guys in the comment section and if you guys on the panel feel any kind of way or see any points to talk about based on what some of these people say. So let's check this guy. What is this guy's name? Is this Playing with Fire? Grind? That's Playing with Fire. Okay, yeah. So this guy's name is Playing with Fire. All right.
Today's topic, I just Fresh and Fit ended her career with last night's Epstein.
I think we're the first ones really calling them out at this point. They've been lying to y'all for years, and they're dumb fans in the back. Oh, fresh in front. Yo, Prince is like a. It looks like a. You should see him build momentum. What the? Every time it's like, we got a problem with you.
Dude, how dumb are these fucking guys? Did they think this was going to go over well? Jesus fucking Christ, you went through this like a year and a half ago with Aba and Preach. It worked out really poorly for you. Like making over the top, like borderline racist, not straight up racist remarks or the
like my borderline. Like my thing is like really borderline. Like that's pretty. It's
not borderline. It is.
Yeah, like
it's not borderline.
Yeah, like that. Like when I hear stuff like that, it just I'm like, okay.
It's like they're not trying to. Rob goes back to what we've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, his is different because he's a white guy. So yeah, but when they put themselves into that box, they can't go too far with it. Unlike us, we can go all the way in, no matter which side of the spectrum it is.
Right,
with like a no holds barred type of situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And my thing is that it's just interesting how when we talk about it, for the most part, it's definitive because we know where it's coming from. But for him, it's quote unquote borderline. I want to know where his thresholds of acceptability versus intolerance are for racism. And I'm just curious. I'm not making any accusations about this dude. I'm not trying to slander him because I actually was on a panel with him on Duke and Don's before, and he was real cordial. And you know what I'm saying? Like it was cool. You remember Grind when them guys used to call over on Duke and Don?
Like a cool dude.
Yeah, he seemed like he was cool, down to earth, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put anything on him that I don't know about, but I'm just saying it's interesting how they process it versus how we process it.
I think
and real quick, hold on real quick, Grime. I just want to show some love. Throw some radiation emoji and flames in the chat for my man Grover Reese, who just subscribed, one half of the THPP network. Make sure y'all show some love and subscribe to the THPP network. Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, I think it's kind of similar to how Aba and Preach don't want to lose our audience, since he obviously has more of a white audience. He definitely don't want to seem like he's caping too hard for the black people. Like that video I sent you the other day with the MMA guy who was saying that black fighters kind of get more, they get less of a a little bit of room to make a mistake, and everybody kind of unfollowed him and start saying, you're racist and all this kind of stuff. He lost all his money off of YouTube, all his revenue. I think it's kind of the same thing as this.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, you don't want to seem like, oh yeah, I'm really caping for the blacks. That was racist. It was bad. So he can't do that.
I agree.
He can't. See, the thing is,
and see, this Alex guy, he can't go that far because he doesn't want to be seen as, well, what his descendants, his ancestors, I should say, called the N-word lovers.
Right.
Big facts. So shout out to THPP. THPP says, tell everyone to check their subs. I was unsubscribed from all of your channels, my G. WTF, they play games. See? Yeah, that's crazy.
That digital redlining. What did I tell y'all?
That's digital redlining, which is crazy because THPP is a paid member, you know what I'm saying, on one of my channels. So I know he didn't unsubscribe. So it had to be YouTube, because you ain't about to unsubscribe from somebody that you got a membership to their channel on. So it's YouTube playing them games again. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, let me ask y'all in the chat, have y'all ever found yourself unsubscribed from somebody that you watch their content currently, like, all the time? If you guys have, in the comment section, put an angry face. If you guys haven't, you know what I'm saying, then I guess put a you don't know what I'm talking about emoji in the chat. I have. I used to get unsubscribed from Torian all the time for some reason. I watch his content every day.
Yeah, I had people tell me before, like in the comment section, they'll say that not lately, but in the past, they said that I was unsubscribed from the channel. That's all I always tell my people, make sure that it's still there, that it still says subscribe.
Yeah, I don't know why it kept doing that. Every time I would go to your channel, it would, like, the bell the subscribe would still be in the red letters, like the bell wouldn't be hit, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, didn't make any sense. It seemed like it hasn't happened as much anymore, but it's just really weird. And honestly, I think that's interesting, because I don't think that they do that with quote unquote other content creators, and that's how they accumulate like millions of subscribers. And they literally like make sure, like, if somebody doesn't watch our content in 2 days, they're not interested, and then just remove them. You know. All right, I'm gonna keep going with this.
They definitely got that.
Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, they definitely got that. That floodlight. You know, in the hood, what we call it, right? When people walk through the area and the light come on, that's how it is with black content creators channels. You know what I'm saying? When y'all come through, that light come on, they're like, oh nope. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So we all know what's going on. I'm gonna say most of all black people's content is being suppressed. If Jason Black could get to like 500,000 twice or 3 times, I don't know how many times he's done it, but just that alone, other black content creators probably or most likely are being suppressed too. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. We gotta maneuver in this system that they created. So,
Right.
but guess what? We don't complain. We just adapt like we always do. You know what I mean?
Big facts. Big facts.
Yo, you know who's not complaining about that?
Who?
Roland Martin.
That's because he's busy rolling around. You know what I'm saying? I think, hold on, who did we lose? We lost somebody. Oh, we lost We Lit. Okay, we lost We Lit. He'll be back.
It's corny as hell, yo.
Man, they super corny.
But I'm still rocking with Fresh though. I'm he's coming out with a book soon. How he hates Myron. So look out for that soon.
But I tell you what though, fresh CEO is funny though. He be cracking me up, man. Like to me, he got a better sense of humor than Myron. Myron's not really funny. Fresh and Fit Fresh Prince CEO be funny by accident. Like he don't even be realizing he funny, and he'll say some stuff that had me dying laughing.
Right.
He's a pimp. He's a pimp. That's all I need to hear. After I heard that, I was sold.
I've done legendary roasts of Fresh and Fit on my other channel, and I always said, and you can ask Grind to Motivate, and I think Jay was around back then too, so he probably seen some of them videos. I used to always say, I bet you that Fresh CEO is the actual CEO, and he's the brains behind the operation. Myron is too much of a live wire. He's too unhinged. He doesn't seem like he's very responsible. Like he'd be able to actually handle like the business element. Fresh, even though Fresh does kind of seem like somewhat awkward, he seems more together, organized, and laid back. And he actually, honestly, Fresh actually seems more social than Myron, despite the fact that Myron talks more.
I have to admit, I have checked Fresh social media. I think it was Instagram something. But he looked like he gets it in. He looked like he cool to be around or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Fresh CEO. That's my guy. I rock with him, man.
Shout out to Devo, the ambivert. He says my fresh impressions could go viral. I think so. I think so too, bro. I think I'm pretty good at it. If you guys in the chat think that I can do Fresh voice pretty damn good, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up in the chat.
It worked out really poorly for you guys last time, and you're going to do the same thing again.
Sorry,
Jesus Christ, man. I actually thought you were smarter than that.
Imagine that. He looks like a monkey. Preacher's over there looking like McGilligrill and Donkey Kong having a baby.
Because calling a black person a monkey, typically something that is going to go over well. Like, what the fuck? Even if you're black, it's not a good look.
Rick's like, use his head.
Imagine if they were white and they said that, they would have been canceled like fucking 30 seconds afterwards.
Really? Do you think that would have happened?
I doubt it.
No.
Yeah, when have you ever seen a white person get canceled for doing something like that? What, like, are they going to try to say that Scott Adams? We didn't cancel Scott Adams. The places that he worked for canceled him. We didn't tell him to. Nobody wrote any petitions, I don't think. Like, nobody did that. And I think that's interesting with that whole cancel mob. They, for some reason, they think that just because we make commentary on something or say something, that is actually us that's removing them from whatever position it is that they lost for being socially irresponsible. What do you guys think?
I think Myron needs to get stopped in his big ass vein.
Not the vein.
In the vein. You think that sniffing some of that coke made that vein pop like that?
You might have did a little surface.
So Taylor May said, "Are you for real?" Yes, the lady from the cooking show has gotten canceled.
Right. Paula Deen.
Right. She got canceled, but she got canceled by who? Because what I'm saying is that we don't cancel people, us black people, because we don't own the cooking show. We don't own the TV station. We don't own any means to cancel her. The only thing that we own is our social media accounts that we complain on.
What I find to be interesting is that when it comes to quote unquote so-called cancel culture, they like to point the blame to other places other than where it actually comes from, which is them. Just like you had Matt Walsh getting upset and so-called saying that Karen is a racial slur. I'm like, well, white men were the ones that made it, will turn it into what it is. So are you upset at yourself or not?
Right. Shout out to Marquise. Marquise says not one black person was mad at Paula Deen. Marquise ain't got no sense. You know what I'm saying? he ain't got no goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying?
Marquise. Hey, Marquise. Dude, that shit's so familiar, man. Marquise, did you get kicked out of a room recently? Let me answer that in the chat. I think he got kicked out of a room. I was in somebody's live chat, and I think he got kicked. Oh, Radical Latino. I think Radical Latino kicked out Marquise yesterday.
Oh, Marquise was in there?
The receipt king.
That's hilarious. Yeah, Marquise. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Marquise for the receipts.
Myron is projecting right now.
That's actually like the gayest thing I've ever seen dudes. They're just dancing around making monkey noises. That's all dudes. There's no chicks there. Just dancing around making monkey noises. What the fuck is he doing?
That these dudes have been talking shit.
So, like, do you remember the original people that got canceled? NWA. The government was going after them to try to censor their music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, like, I just think it's interesting that he's like, well, you know, if this was a white person, they would have got canceled. You know what I mean? Like, we got examples of white people trying to cancel black people for making black music to sell to black people for using that kind of terminology.
Exactly.
But it's not us that's doing the canceling. We don't have the means to quote unquote cancel anybody. Like that's just not a true statement. You know what I mean? And my thing is if we do have the means to cancel people, who is the black person that put their signature on the termination paper of the business that has a majority of black shareholders and owners? Who's done it and what business?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Now one business and not one owner has subdued or stopped any white content creator or media outlet from stopping them from whatever they need to say. So that's a lie.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we don't control anything. You know, we just exist in the current. We're existing and operating in the current parameters of what they allow us to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's some type of projection that they're trying to put onto us, but nah, it ain't sticking.
Yeah, I agree.
And I was going to add on to that. When it comes to this cancel culture, usually when these people get canceled, as we saw in the case of Don Lemon, usually there's already a group of people that's inside of the organization that want them gone, and they use the whole cancel culture as a cover to fire these people.
Yeah, big facts. And real quick, shout out to Ace. Make sure you guys show some love, throw some radiation emoji in the chat. We got 46 people watching over on Grind and Motivate's channel. Shout out to Grind and Motivate. Make sure you guys show some love, throw some radiation emoji in the chat for him. And we got 27 people watching on React. Shout out to the people watching on React. Show some love. Hit that like button over there. And on Rumble, let me see what we got popping off over on Rumble. On Rumble, we got 7 people watching and we got 3 likes. Make sure everybody hits that like button and share the video to your social media.
Shout out to everybody, for real.
Yeah.
Shout out Ace.
So now here goes my question, Devo. Can you answer the questions that I asked? What apparatuses do we own and operate to cancel somebody from?
Oh Lord, is a troll in here?
No. I'm just asking. I'm just asking him the question.
Oh Lord,
because he said he respectfully disagrees.
Bob, hit him.
Wait, hit who? Who we talking about?
I don't know. Whatever troll is in there, get him.
Oh no, he ain't trolling. He just asking the question.
It's my weird sense of humor. I apologize.
Oh, okay. No, he said I respectfully disagree with that statement that blacks can't cancel peeps from other groups of other races. Now, here's my question for you. How do we do that? If you ask me, the only way that I could agree with that statement is if we're talking about the civil rights movement when we canceled our own participation in those businesses that we boycotted. Aside from that, and simply what that is just not really supporting economically. Aside from that, what media outlet do we own to where we can say we're not giving you any access? What network of businesses or part of the economy do we have a monopoly over where we would be able to say we're not going to hire you or do business with you?
Yeah, and I would say respectfully.
Since that boycott, have we even did that, like replicated that again? As far as like, I don't even think we've replicated that again as far as pulling back economically. I would say for me, like I got some Nikes. I ain't gonna front, but I haven't bought a pair of sneakers recently. But if I do buy a pair of sneakers, it's not gonna be Nike or Adidas.
Right. Now, you know what? Not to cut you off, I just want to get this out real quick. So here's my question. Can we all agree, and this is for everybody in the chat as well as everybody on the panel, can we all agree that Kyrie Irving and Kanye West were canceled?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, can somebody show me where, and we know a specific community of people did that cancellation. Can anyone show me an example of an equivalent to where black people canceled anybody of any other group in the way that Kyrie Irving and Kanye West were?
Nope.
You can't show that. There's no example that points to where we've economically hindered or stopped anybody from their movement or how they interact in the free market. There's no example that's going to show that.
So now here's my question, right? So TaylorMade, and there's a couple other people, and this is no disrespect, so please don't take it as disrespect. This is a discussion, you know what I'm saying? So TaylorMade says Kanye is still operating. Let me ask you a question. Was there a united effort led by a cultural organization to encourage business relations that he had to terminate? Did that happen or did that not happen? Did an organization encourage businesses such as the NBA, such as Adidas, to cut specific ties with Kanye West? Did that happen?
Yeah, I would say Kanye is still operating, but he had to do it by himself, man. He got kicked out of banks and everything,
and that's
so
what makes
he had to make
that's
that.
what makes it that right there. What you just said, Jay, that right there is what makes what he's doing now. That doesn't have anything to do with his cancellation, because those relationships that he has, those are all self things that he has based on the money that he's using, and he's operating on his own. All his relationships have been canceled.
That was a great pause. That was a great pause between the question you just asked. Sometimes at Rock, you asking some questions or whatever, and you just let it hang in the air. You know what I mean? It's hard.
It's
different. It's different. You know.
And remember, he got dropped by. Like Kanye West, and the thing is, I had told myself I was gonna stop talking about Kanye West after that last stunt he pulled, talking about he watched Wolf of Wall Street, and because of Jonah Hill's, no, it wasn't Wolf of Wall Street.
21 Street.
21 Jump Street.
Jump Street. There you go.
I said I'm done with Kanye after that one. But remember, he got dropped from his bank, J.P. Morgan Chase. Like they completely dropped him as a client. And they didn't care that he had billions in the bank, because they was like, we're one of the biggest well-known banks in the world. You're just a drop in the bucket for us. So I mean, where you drop, we can get 10 more clients,
right?
And recoup whatever we lost from you.
On another note, that should tell you, that should tell people a lot about money itself. When a whole bank say we don't want your money, that should tell y'all something about these Federal Reserve notes. But I'll leave that there.
And also too, he got dropped from that agency, the one that's like a big representation of a lot of major celebrities, no matter what genre of entertainment they're in. I forgot what the name of it was called, but it's the biggest agency, and he got dropped from that. And that rarely, like, you have to go to the extreme to get dropped from that.
Yeah, that's wild.
And you know what? Right now would be a good case study for Kanye West, because Kanye West talked about all this. He wants to help the people and all that. He got counseled by all these groups, and especially Chase Bank. You know, and Chase Bank is the first one to say that we're diversity included and all that other nonsense. So I would say, did Kanye West take his money? And I believe it was either Professor Black Truth or Jason Black who said there's barely 20 banks, black-owned banks. Kanye West take his money, put it in those black banks, and flex on them, because they flexed on him by counseling him. Did he flex on him and say, okay, you know what? I'll just go to these banks over here, because he was trying to be on his pro-black stuff at the moment, at the time, right? So did he do that? I don't know exactly where he put his money at, but just saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that would have been the move to do that. That's the same thing that I was saying about Kyrie Irving in the Nike contract. He should have, in my opinion, teamed up with a black stylist or a black shoe manufacturer, pooled resources and, you know, started independently manufacturing his own shoe. Because the thing is that Alex Jones is canceled, but he can still get his message out. Nick Fuentes is canceled, but he can still get his message out. So just because you can get your message out, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're canceled. When it comes to cancellation, what they're talking about is cancellation is specifically dealing with your business relationships. It means that your business relationships have been canceled.
Yeah, let me tell you something else about business. Not to cut you off or anything, but one thing I found out, like I was taking this a business class, there's actually companies that will actually pay people to not do business with other people. Say, for example, Kanye West needed another person to produce his shoes. So the people that he had got kicked out, got canceled by, they will go and make sure that everybody in, say, China, America, don't do business with him or charge him an outrageous price. That way he can't enter into the marketplace.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's interesting is the very people who did that to Kanye have laws that protect that from being done to them. But like people are more outraged, and we're having a debate about whether Kanye West was canceled or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how we be moving sometimes. It should be weird to me, you know what I'm saying? But it is.
And I was going to say this at the beginning of it, where they said when you were saying the other person was pointing out Black people can cancel anybody else from any other group. I was going to ask him for an example. That way I can, maybe I'm wrong because I don't speak in absolutes because I don't know everything. But I would say I can actually pull more cases where the NAACP canceled Black people currently, not the old NAACP that we supported, the new one, than today where Black people can cancel other groups of, I'm not other groups of people, but people in general.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree 100%. Real quick,
these chef hats is making me hungry. I want some chicken fried rice.
Real quick, y'all, if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please take a moment, smash the like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, make sure you guys hit the bell, and please make sure you guys share the stream to your social media from wherever you're watching from.
For years. And I think the thing is that they've been kind of coasting on is you got to fight fire with fire. And we're going to be nice guys. We're going to toss your salad out. We got some accessories here. Okay. I got some apples and peaches here, as y'all can see. Okay. Some grapefruit. Yeah. And we also got peaches, some milk as well.
Have you seen how Reach goes clubbing? He clubs the bitch over there like a fucking game man.
I did not think Christian Fit was that dumb. I thought, Walter, sure. I didn't think did he really think this was going to work?
What'd you say?
These are the corniest people. They're not even entertaining. Like,
yeah,
bro,
and they get all the support. I see what you mean.
Corny as F.
I would like to know what their age. I want to know what the age demographic of their viewers are.
I would love to see their analytics.
Yeah, and all of their analytics, like the demographic, the breakdown of male to female. I know it's probably mostly males. I would like to know the age bracket is probably like maybe late teens, early 20s, early 30s, probably somewhere in that range.
Who's entertained by monkey jokes? Like who?
What's crazy?
You already know. Oh,
yeah. I'm just saying though. Like, so because they do that, that's how they get. You know what I mean? Like, really, that's what y'all looking for?
Yeah.
Now they do know that we ain't on that, right?
Right.
Like
right.
We are real human beings. Like we have spirits and souls. We are thinking people. We're very intelligent, and for the most part, we're not of the generation that if you step to us, you know what I mean, nothing's gonna happen. Something is definitely gonna happen. You know what I mean? Now y'all watching somebody making slapstick racial jokes or whatever, and y'all find that funny, cool. That's cool, no problem with that.
I'll give you an example.
Just know when y'all like step out of y'all doors and y'all see one of us in real life, it's not gonna go down the way you think it's gonna go down.
I'm glad you said that, because I doubt if he even leaves his house, because he looked like the guy that orders Uber Eats. He works out at home. He doesn't go to the gym, because if something like that did happen and somebody actually recognized him, it's going to be a Tekashi 6ix9ine 2.0, Mari Gaines version.
Damn, I work at home.
No, I mean, no. You're talking about it percent. No, you're talking about him leaving his house. I don't think he leaves his house for that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he leaves his house to work out. I don't think he leaves his house to go get something to eat. I don't think he leaves his house for nothing. And when he does leave his house, I think it's a private event or something, like he knows not a lot of people aren't going to be around him. That's what I meant.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not gonna like down somebody that has the ability to, shelter themselves or whatever. That's cool. I work out in the house right now because I'm not spending money to go to what's that called, Planet Fitness or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could keep that dollars in my pocket. I got a sit-up bench. I got a couple dumbbells. You know what I mean? I can make it happen. I got a step-up machine. I can make it happen, and as long as I watch what I eat.
And I do too. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about in reference to Myron Gaines though, or Myron Gaines, I believe.
Corny dude. He's corny as hell. Like, he ain't got no talent. He does.
Nowadays, you don't need talent. The Kardashians prove that.
Yeah,
Transparent things prove that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say it like this. Check this out. I don't know if you guys know who Pocket Watching with JT is.
Nah,
yeah, I know who Pocket Watching with.
So the boys from he only has 70,000 subs. He covers.
You talking about when the Earn Your Leisure cats?
Earn Your Leisure ran up on him like some freaking bombs, because he was telling the truth. Myron Gaines over here making these racial slurs and all that. He's not gonna leave his house. I don't think this guy leaves his house, man, because he know that people know where he lives at.
Wait. What happened? Because I follow Earn Your Leisure. I don't watch everything that they do, but so what happened with that?
They ran up on first. Well, let's say it like this. I'm gonna put it in a little sequence. Pocket Watching with JT, he pretty much exposed scams and he exposed bad information financial. He's a certified financial planner. He covered one of the videos they did, and he actually pointed out how this is a scam. You can't go to a bank and fill out a loan paperwork, and you already know that you're going to use the money for other reasons. So he did that, did a video. The next day, less than 24 hours, they pretty much made him an offer, say, can you take the video down? We'll pay you $5,000. He said no. Then they started threatening him using a lawyer. Then after that, Pocket Watching with JT pretty much ignored them because it's a group. Ignored them. Next thing you know, one of them or two, was it one or two or three of them? They're gonna confront him on the streets like they're gonna do something. It was shameful behavior from Earn Your Leisure.
Oh wow! Earn Your Leisure did that.
Earn Your Leisure did that.
So wait, just run back the scam again, because I need to know, because I need to be abreast on everything. So
so pretty much it wasn't. It was a fraud.
You can't go to the bank and ask for a loan for what?
No, you can't go to the bank and ask for a loan. Okay, so what they were telling people were, you go to the bank, you fill out a loan for a car or something like that, but you're not actually trying to buy the car. You're trying to buy the car to sell the car. And they said,
okay,
so this is what.
Wait.
I think we might have lost.
But I get the gist. I get the gist of it. I get the gist of it. I mean, if people got good credit, they probably could do that. If a person doesn't have good credit, they probably can't do that. But most likely they're probably talking about credit unions. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good repertoire with a credit union, that's why I said in the beginning of the show, I said, don't check me, check your credit. You know what I'm saying? It's very important.
Right, but when you fill out a loan paperwork, that's actually like an acknowledgement of where this money is going to go and all that. So the fraud comes in where they're trying to tell you how to get the money, even though you're not going to use it.
Not necessarily. If you go into a bank and you want a loan, it could be for miscellaneous things. You just tell them if you got a good a good repertoire with the bank, you know what I mean, and your credit is good and your money is right, they'll give you the loan and you can use the money for whatever you want to use the money for. Now,
but they were telling people specifically to go get a car loan, and then later on, say you get a car loan and eventually you don't either okay, here you go. Trying to explain this because I just got to the house. I'm already sipping on something.
No,
so you get a car loan. You go to the bank. There's paperwork and all that, and you say you're going to specifically get a car loan. They were telling their fans, okay, you got good credit. go get a car loan or go get something else, go get a loan for whatever reason.
Mhm.
You're not going to use it for that reason specifically. You're going to use it to invest in which is stupid within itself. You don't go get a loan and go invest in the stock market. You don't get a loan to go invest in the Bitcoin market. But this is the information that Earn Your Leisure put out, and they were pretty much the fraud part comes in. The fraud part comes in when you tell somebody to get a loan for a specific reason, and you don't use that money for that specific reason. Now, if you go get a personal,
hold on, y'all hold that thought, and because that video actually came up on my timeline. We could actually react to that video next time. So y'all just say that content. Let's get through this shit real quick.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
no, you good, but go ahead, Sean.
But
going in.
Right.
So let me say this.
The bank is gonna know that you didn't use the funds for a car loan because they don't have the title to the car.
Right. That's the whole point he was calling out. But
that would be fraud. That would be fraud.
So the whole thing is my point I'm trying to get by is that Pocket Watching with JT did a video, and they were so mad at the video they offered him $5,000. When he turned that $5,000 down, they ran up on him on the streets. That makes you look even guiltier, and I think that's kind of pathetic. Going back to Myron Gaines, right? Okay, if somebody like Pocket Watching with JT is gonna get ran up on,
I gotta follow. I gotta unfollow. What's their names again?
Earn Your Leisure.
Earn Your Leisure.
I wouldn't. I'll follow them to find out what kind of scam they run next.
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, y'all, I'm gonna run this real quick.
It's going to go over well.
No, Rich, I don't even believe in this theory, but you got to evolve. You got to evolve, bro. No.
Zerker's what? Zerker, you definitely cannot say shit like that. I mean, Zerker's already like really over the top. But like, what he said, just to clarify, say evolve, he means like you're an ape and you should evolve into a human. I don't believe in that because I'm religious, so I believe in creationism. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. Like, fucking A. That was over the top, even for Zerker. Like, even the fresh and fit dudes are surprised after watching Myron dance around for like fucking 20 minutes.
Welcome to Fresh and Fit.
Like, I just find it amazing every time I watch this part how the black dudes just sat there and just like acted like they were in such awe and like found no offense in it and just like basically was like cheering them on. Like, that's crazy to me, man.
Here's my thing: if something happens to somebody. If something happens to somebody, something just randomly happens and it like made the news or something like that, and this person name dropped Myron, that'll get him canceled real quick. Because remember what happened with Mauricio Garcia and who he name dropped.
Right. Man, look, what was you gonna say?
They're gonna be like, I watched this video right here. It's people still name dropping Elliot Rodgers nowadays, and that man been dead since like 2013.
Yeah, big facts, man. I'm telling you, that's just wild. That's just wild.
Fresh ain't got no squabble. He ain't throwing no hands. So I mean, he's 5 foot nothing, and but I rock with Fresh. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart guy. He's a little guy, and he's doing the best that he could do for himself. He reminds me of my brother, so I kind of rock with Fresh. You know what I'm saying? He just can't fight.
That's hilarious. All right, y'all, I'm gonna run it.
Woo!
We don't give a fuck.
If you guys didn't understand the stereotype, it's that black people are not evolved, and so he's saying Preach is unevolved.
Let's hold people accountable, unless they're friends of ours and they're men. Imagine if a chick said that on the Fresh and Fit show. Imagine if a girl said that about like another black person on their show. Do you think they would have been like, this is Fresh and Fit, we don't give a fuck? They would have flipped the fucking shit.
The black person essentially doing.
Rich, you look like in the island, we say Bonabati man. Strict.
Do you boo boo? Do you boo boo? Oh yeah.
Now, see that. Now, what I find interesting is the whole "do you boo boo" thing. Have anybody ever heard Preach? I've literally ever since I've been watching Aba and Preach, and I think I've been watching them since like 2017.
He says all the time.
He says a lot.
He says.
Preach does. He says, "Do you boo boo?" Okay. Yeah. I must not pay attention to it. I gotta pay attention.
Yeah, he say that all the time.
Okay.
Super zesty. Super zesty.
I don't like it.
You said super zesty. Super zesty.
But I rock with Preach too. Like you know what I mean? Certain justices don't kind of, they don't tell you nothing about a person. So you know, I rock with Peace. I rock with Peace maybe because they look more like me, whatever. I rock with Peace and I rock with Fresh, but what's their name? Alvin Martin or whatever. Those guys are questionable because either they black or they not black. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You know, and Murray don't come out to me as intelligent. He keep on calling himself, he used to be a federal agent, but from my understanding, he used to work for Border Patrol, and no telling what kind of work. Because I mean, he could have been, you know, just doing paperwork all day. We don't know.
Yeah, he could.
I mean, facts. Yeah, I mean, you know, nobody knows. I rock. I would put it like this: if it's in a hierarchy, I'll put it Fresh CEO, then Preach, then Aba, then Fit. You know what I mean? Whatever. But you know,
nah. First off is React podcast.
Hey, we lit.
Yeah.
Do you know? Is that we lit that said that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know, are you? Your mic sounds different. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. As long as you knew that.
I'm outside.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. As long as you knew, I just wanted to make sure that you knew. Okay, bro. All right, y'all. I'm gonna run this video. We almost done.
Yeah. Shout out.
Then
When
you know
are we
what?
gonna get up here, man? I'm waiting on them.
I want to know, what do y'all want to watch some clips from the Valuetainment podcast that had Myron and them on it, or do y'all want to react to some more of these content creators reactions? Because I did have another one.
Let's chop up Valuetainment, man. Let's cut them down.
Real.
Yeah, y'all trying to check out the Valuetainment?
Yes, sir.
Man, let's get them.
Run those 10 thumbs on them. We lit.
Let me see 10 thumbs in the chat, y'all. I need 10 thumbs in the chat. Thumbs up. Let's get them.
You gonna sing you gonna sing the theme song for the thumbs? Thumb.
Okay, I'm like
thumb.
Thumb in it, man. Thumb it through a check. Let's get it.
Hold on, real quick. I got it pulled up right here. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up. So shout out to Grind and Motivate for finding this channel called Law of Distraction, because this has some really good clip. Like, for if you're doing a reaction video for certain clips, this channel has really good clips. You know what I'm saying? How'd you find this channel, bro?
I think I was just searching up Fresh and Fit, and I just happened to see they had looked like a little ball liquor channel where they post all the little clips, and I ain't got to support them, so I could just kind of go in there and check them out.
Yeah, right. You doing the boycott for real? Y'all ain't getting a dime. You doing Serial Cheap to 2 with that AdSense, man. Y'all ain't getting a dime AdSense from me. That's hilarious. I've never seen this channel before, but I'm glad that you put me onto it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer. Well, according to Tort 47, the law school that I'm in right now, love is actually peripheral. Anyway, go ahead.
She's an attorney. Well, I was going to say that women love more, but after Myron, you just worded it saying who cares more. And I think this whole entire night we've been talking about how men are the leaders and men are the ones that take care of and provide and this and that. So shouldn't men love more? I'm just... Because I know you guys.
Let me ask you a question.
If men are putting their ass on the line and they're going to protect us and they're going to be like, if it's a dangerous situation or you're going to put the family first and stuff, shouldn't you guys love more? If we're opportunists,
doing everything.
Exactly.
All right, good.
Man, Zerka don't even have no microphone, and he down there yelling from the he yelling from the floor seats.
Never thought he'd have a point.
He down there yelling from the floor seats, and old boy really looking like Terrence Howard in that still shot right there. Man, that's crazy. He looked like whoop that trick for real. That's wild.
Skinny mind.
That's hilarious. Yo, what do y'all think about this Valuetainment podcast right here? This because this isn't the main one, because you know they got Valuetainment, the channel that got like 4 million subscribers, where they had offered where they had offered Tucker Carlson like $100 million to go work for him, and then they have that is it the PVD podcast. Have you guys ever seen that?
Nah.
And then they got this one. This right here is Valuetainment money.
The set is ridiculous.
Yeah, Valuetainment pops up once in a while, but you know, they got so many different people, you don't exactly know who's on the channel. But I don't follow Valuetainment.
No, I don't do
that.
Travis Wall said Adam Sosnick is so beta.
Everybody says that about him, even his own people.
And really? Do they for real?
They be in the comments saying, yeah, Adam is a beta and all that.
Why they be going in like that?
I don't know. He be saying some silly stuff, I guess.
So I think so we already know whose side they would be on in this particular conflict because they've had Pearl on already, they've had Fresh and Fit on already, but they haven't had Aba and Preach on. Interestingly,
I think they had Preach on one time actually.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Valuetainment did.
Yeah.
Oh, we might have to retro react to that.
Mm-hmm.
We might definitely have to retro react to that.
Yep.
All right, so
if women are opportunists and men are idealists, then men technically love more.
No, I disagree with that because you're even a guy that doesn't know you, that doesn't have any type of allegiance to you, will still show you some level of chivalry or damn near being a simp without you doing anything for it.
So that's the man that's going to put me and my family first?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that okay, let me ask you this. Who appreciates being simped on more, men or women?
Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all show each other some love, man, for real, because y'all be saying some funny ass shit. And shout out to Zaria Tudor for subscribing. Make sure you guys throw some radiation emoji in the chat and show some love for her. Who was that? Yeah, I think it might have been Taylor Made. Who was it yesterday that said that Myron looked like an AI character? Yeah, it looked at the Myron looked like a damn deep fake right here, and it's just like extra pronounced. Like I'm laughing so hard at that shit, man.
A descendant of Jafar. I keep telling y'all, I keep putting it in the chat. I'm gonna keep saying it on here.
Nah, that's an actual gotcha bitch moment. That's what's going on.
That's hilarious. Man, that's hilarious. Yo, you know who else he looked like? He looked like one of them custom players on he looked like one of them custom players on 2K.
Yeah, you done made up.
His little transplant made his lineup.
Player. You
and he really looked like
it's just not quite right.
He really looked like AI with this on 1.25 because he moving on fast and I'm not trying to be funny, but like his face looked like engineered. Like it's like like your face looks so perfect it's bad, if that makes sense. Like that's why that AI shit is so funny. Like it looked like you look too damn sculpted. Like you look like the background is in HD and your face is in 4K. Like it looks crazy. This shit is hilarious. I don't know why that just happened to be funny as hell to me at the moment.
That's the gotcha bitch moment in his head right now.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Damn, that's funny as hell. All right, John, I'm about to run it again.
I think men.
That is such a freaking good question, by the way.
Because I'm going somewhere with that. If you get something all the time, it has no value. Okay?
That guy that
the woman needs to care more is because we're already operating from a
hold on real
as a
quick.
man. You're already
All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that guy just panned off. He corny as F too, man. F him too. He corny as hell. Talk about the last video that you put on your podcast where he was saying Kevin Samuels was great and that stuff.
That's the beta dude.
Hey, huh?
Oh yeah. That's him. Yeah, that's the beta dude.
Was beta.
Corny. Oh, that's who y'all was talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know his name. I just know his face.
Yeah, that's
corny,
hilarious.
He corny as F, yo.
Exactly.
Look, Myron looked like his face been working out because it's so damn chiseled. Like, bro, you ain't if they ever get your AI ass face in a damn face recognition, you're never not getting identified. Like, bro, they gonna identify your ass any motherfucking where. Like, I don't know why that's so funny, man. That shit is hilarious.
I want to see Myron.
My bad.
I even want to see Myron. I don't even want to see. I just want to see the vein. Like the vein, when the vein come through, that's when I want to listen to him. I don't want to listen to him.
I think they put so much makeup on. I don't know if we're gonna see the vein because he look kind of stressed out right now.
Like where the vein go? How it's just gonna be there and then it's not gonna be there? Like how that happens?
He been doing so much partying with Zerka. I think what's going on now is that we're starting to notice that he looks very different with his sober face. Like, do you know what I mean when I say sober face? Like, I'd rather not be sober right now. Like, that's how he looks.
Well, I mean, I'd rather see the vein, like, bring it all out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that vein is part of the damn podcast, right? As far as I'm concerned.
The vein on Myron's head is like the floor on Aba and Preach as part of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm about to run it.
Opportunities. You're already getting guys willing to spend money on you, protect and provide for you for nothing more. Hold on, but the point is that women don't appreciate chivalry anymore, which is why I said chivalry is dead. So to overcorrect for this crazy discrepancy in 2023, the woman must care more about the man because, quite frankly, I hate to say it like this, women are terrible people when they have leverage. They don't appreciate things because they're given everything for simply existing. And I don't blame you guys for it. If I was 18 years old, having bad chicks willing to fly me out to...
Do you guys agree that women are given everything just for existing? If you guys agree with that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. What do you guys think on the panel?
I think he's kind of making it too black and white. I can kind of understand what he means, but he's kind of
no.
Right.
I would disagree with that. I put it to more of everybody zone because guess what? Every woman ain't a 10. You know what I'm saying? Like that woman is not getting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, every woman is not getting the same. They're not getting the same treatment. So that's a false statement that he just said. He's just saying that to be.
I kind of disagree, man. There's a simp for every seat.
Derek said it depends on the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's a very minority of women that gets everything that they want.
Sometimes I see women out here, and I'm just like, how did you get married? How did you have kids?
How did you have a baby?
Yeah, how did you reproduce?
Wait, by a guy. There was some guy that wanted to dive in that head first.
Right.
Thought it was the best thing on earth.
But is that the same as to saying that they can get everything because most
they can get everything from that guy.
Not even from that guy. Not even from that guy. 9 times out of 10, they're not getting what they need to get from that guy. They just got some D. That's it.
Zaria says that depending on how good you look. I kind of agree with that. Like Zaria right here, she said depends on how good you look, and then Derek says it depends on the woman. Or wait, hold on. Yeah, and shout out to Kareem. Kareem said depends too. So I agree with the fence sitters. Shout out to the fence sitters.
Okay. That's right.
MTV did a
I know it's 1,000 times easier for anyone with breasts to get half of the stuff that I get in life. I'm gonna lay that out there.
Okay, I would agree with that also, but we're talking about a range. You know what I'm saying? And I know Rob, you know about it. Like there's a range of what people would deal with and what they won't deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
If you got some titties or whatever, excuse my language, you might could get something from somebody or whatever. How much you're gonna get is dependent on
and what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
Because it's a difference between getting a trinket in a house.
Exactly. That's the best synopsis right there. Like, yeah, you could get a house, or you could get a $2 I don't know what. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the best way to put it on you.
One thing I know they do get though is a door held for them. I don't care if they're 600 pounds or not, for the most part.
Wait, say that again, Lick?
They get a door held for them
I ain't gonna disagree with that. I feel you. Like, yeah. Well, you know what? I started embracing villainy. So I've chose violence. So you know what I mean. I don't even hold doors open no more. You know what I mean? Because you don't get to thank you. You know, like
when they don't give the thank you though, I'll be like, "You're welcome."
No, I don't do that.
Villainy.
I just don't hold the door.
AB promotion just be ice grilling.
Right.
Nah, I don't even ice grill. I see them right.
He gonna slide through the door real quick.
I let the door close.
That's hilarious. That's wild.
Even if they carrying stuff, you still let the door close.
Absolutely. I let the door close.
Hey, he might swing it closed a little hard. You know?
Huh?
He might swing it on him a little bit, like, yeah.
Sometimes I pull the door closed. I pull it closed.
Real.
I would be listening, and the thing is, if I was to do that, and I was like, if I knew, I would be the one, even if they was behind me, and let's just hypothetically say I just didn't feel like holding the door open that day, and I knew that they had something, and I heard them like kind of struggling, and I turned back, and I'm like, oh my bad, I didn't even see you there. knowing I did know that they were there.
I saw you. I absolutely saw you. I'm closing the door right behind you. Nope.
Man, that is hilarious. So Zaria Tudor says, right. Zaria Tudor says, life is so much easier as a woman. People wait on me hand and foot sometimes just because I'm pretty and have tits. So there's that. We got testimony.
Way to speak on. Shout out her.
I was going to actually say, did you guys see the MTV series where they had these men who were dating these women in prison, and they were buying them stuff, sending it to the prison? And there was just one simp on there that he actually gave her $10,000 when she got out of prison.
I remember that. It was a black dude and a white woman.
Dude and a white woman. Yeah. And then she turned out to be a lesbian.
Yeah. And her was she a lesbian and she had her boyfriend pick her up or something like that? Or what? Because somebody had picked her up and he was upset, her husband, because he had proposed to her or something like that, didn't he?
That fool proposed to her the first day when they got out. And then he had a blow up doll and a freaking not the washing machine, but the dishwashing machine and all that. Talking about he was practicing. Oh Lord, that shit was hilarious.
Man, that's wild. All right, y'all, I'm about to run it.
LA to hang out with them, or being invited on yacht rides, or being invited to Dubai, whatever, for nothing more than the fact that I have a penis, I'd be a piece of shit too. But since I understand this, I know that men, right, need to be in a position where the girl likes it more to overcorrect for all the things that men have, for all the discrepancies I just mentioned, the severe deficit in the dating marketplace. Because you get all the things I mentioned just now for free. So women don't appreciate simps, but men do. That's why. You're going to get good treatment if you simp on your man, but he's not going to get good treatment if he simps on you.
You see how Myron, you said, I was going to say, you see how he sat back?
He sat back in the chair like he just said something so profound.
He sat back into the chair. He sat back into the chair like didn't he look, when he sat back in the chair, didn't he look like a cricket doing the moonwalk?
Hey, and let me say this, DeAndre and
Jay was dropping so much fire it burnt the airwaves.
Damn, Jay, you good?
I'm good.
Oh, there we go. All right, you got to just say.
Oh no, I was saying I was acknowledging DeAndre and Zara. They said the show is called Love After Lockup. If you guys want to see some simps, you guys got to check that out.
I've seen clips from that show. That show was
it's shameful. It's shameful.
That's putting it lightly.
Man, that's wild. Yeah, facts. Ace said he sat back like he just discovered the theory of relativity.
That's funny, bro.
He sat back.
That's funny, bro.
Remember a little flip hands in my pants like Al Bundy. He sat back like Al Bundy did. Look at this. Yo, that's a gift file right there. That's a future gift. Myron Gaines sitting back like that.
But he's not going to get good treatment if he sips on you.
No, but what I also noticed too is go back and play that again. But it's something else that I also caught in there too after he said his last word.
Let me see.
Like play it.
All right, let's see. Tell me when to stop.
He stepped back like he dropped 30 points.
No, some of y'all probably didn't catch it, but I caught it too. But play it right quick.
What the audience?
If he sips on you.
No, what he did. No, okay, you got to go back again because I got distracted.
All right, hold on. Let's see.
Watch what he does with his eyes after he says his last word.
All right.
Free. So women don't appreciate simps, but men do. That's why. You're gonna get good treatment if you simp on your man, but he's not gonna get good treatment if he simps on you.
Did you see that? He looked around. He looked over at the audience to see if they were going to applaud him, and then when he got the applause, he looked down.
Yeah, you know how when you be shooting the free 3-pointer, he had that buzzer beater look, and he didn't know if the basketball was going to go in the hoop or not.
He said, "Did you catch that?"
That's hilarious. He was like, "Let me just make sure I don't get booed before I sit back with the gangster lean and turn to the side like Drake." He turned to the side like Hotline Bling right there. What's good, bro?
Bro, you gotta acknowledge the audience. Like we can't not look past that.
Right.
When they paying the audience who's in there, that's a lot.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Real quick, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 30 people watching on Reacts. If you guys haven't smashed the like button or subscribe to the channel, take a moment. Make sure you guys do that. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. If you guys want to see our channel get to 1,000 subscribers, throw the thumbs up, throw some flames in the chat.
They're trying to grift harder.
Because we're trying to grift harder.
They said the grift works. They said the grift works a little bit better once you hit that 1K.
Once you hit that 1K, y'all. Once you hit that lovely 1K, you know what I'm saying? That's when the grift officially begins. That's when it begins.
Hit the like button for the when they pan the audience. Just hit the like button for that. Look who's in the audience.
Right.
I saw someone with a mask on.
And show Grind and motivate some love too, guys. He got 34 people watching over on his stream.
And shout out to Grind for having his latest video get 10K.
Yeah. Yo, y'all gotta throw some super radiation emoji in the chat. My man Grind and motivate with the 10,000 views on the video. Now, you talking about grifting, bro?
It's been a while.
Grind said I hit 10K on this. I think I'm gonna stay on this subject matter for a little bit. See if I can go for 11K the next time.
Bro, do you look? No, wait, hold on. Me and Grind, we gotta tell y'all the story. So me and Grind and motivate, man. We were super grip, man. We were super grifting last year with or 2 years ago with the Fresh and Fit thing, right? We we'd be inboxing this shit, talking shit. So then. Like we started going back to our original content, right? Man, we always message each other like, man, we should have never stopped making Fresh and Fit videos. Right. I was like, man, if they ever start beefing again, I'm making like 10 videos about them every single day. Y'all seen, I stuck to my words. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, see, Harrison Family Vlogs, he was around. Harrison Family Vlogs, he got in a little bit on the grift, but Harrison Family Vlogs is a man of the cloth. He's a holy man, so he knows that money is the root of all evil. So he knew when to back off because of moderation and good training and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm a heathen. I was trying to get that grift. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you can't be a villain and not be a heathen. Like, I mean, exactly. They kind of go hand in hand, you know. There's layers to this villainy thing.
Right. I said, look, I ask for forgiveness after I get the money. You know what I'm saying?
I told somebody one time that I embrace villainy so much right now, I probably would start smoking the foyer the minute I cross the threshold of any church I walk into.
That's hilarious. That's facts. But that's what you got to do, though. That's what you got to do, though, and you got to, you know what I'm saying. But the good thing is, like, during that last Fresh and Fit fiasco, we met and linked up with some really cool people. Duke and Don, Harrison Family Vlogs. You know what I'm saying. A lot of cool people. You know what I'm saying. Me and Grind and Motivate, we had met like a while ago. I think somehow YouTube algorithm had recommended each of us our videos. And I was like, oh, that's you. And he was like, oh, that's you. And then like we just followed each other. Like I think Grind and Motivate literally had like 38 subscribers when I first like came in contact with him. Yeah, it was like right when he first started the channel. And I swear, what made me subscribe was the hilarious Kevin Samuel skit. Man, like my stomach was hurting. I was laughing so hard, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a good question that you asked.
Skit. His skits be kind of on the low, be fire.
Yeah, they be dope. What was you about to say, Torian?
That's a very interesting thing that you brought up, you know, about like the video that you watched that made you subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna be honest, Rob, I couldn't tell you what video I watched of yours that made me subscribe to your channel.
You know,
I'm gonna be completely honest.
I don't never be knowing how people find my channels, because like, man, my channels be like, you ain't finding my channel unless like somebody shout me out in the comment section. Like, aside from that, man, my content is never recommended. I don't never show up in no search engine, like none of that. Like, if it wasn't for you and TD, and I got some people from Duke and Don, and some people from Mike TV, if it wasn't for y'all, man, I wouldn't even have the little subscribers that I got.
Yeah, I came up on you, Rob, from TD. So I'm shout out to TD. TD, my guy too.
Yeah. Shout out to TD. That's the fam right there. But he fired me though, man.
Well, you know.
He gonna have to pay me that good. Yeah, well, just so
there's always room to come back, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Just so he knows, as soon as 8 o'clock hit tomorrow, I'm straight going to the unemployment office and I'm snitching.
It's almost like it's one big network over here, almost like a spider web. And speaking of spider web, off topic right quick, I saw Spider-Verse last night and that movie was fire.
For real?
Yes.
Did you do a review on that?
Yes, that movie for me is already like top 5 best movies I've seen so far this year, and I don't think it's moving.
Damn.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Definitely.
I still haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy, so
that was actually surprisingly really good.
Yeah, I watched I sent you something off of that. That's one of my favorite Marvel's series. So, you know, I appreciated that.
It was a good ending. It was a good chapter close, I should say.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I want.
I definitely want to see what happens to Rocket. He's more interesting than all the other characters. So I definitely want to check.
I want ChatGPT thing where whoever that is, can y'all mute your mic? I'm not sure who it is, but I think you might be moving the phone or moving your mic. But I want ChatGPT to be able to, you give it instructions on like a certain Marvel character or something like that, and it'll come up with a Marvel movie for you. Like, because I would tell ChatGPT to come up with a Starjammers movie, because I'd be interested to see how a Starjammers movie would look.
Who?
The Starjammers.
Fuck is that?
They from Marvel. That the dude that's the leader of Starjammers, that's Cyclops from the X-Men's dad.
Oh, okay, yeah. You must have went to the back of the comic book store and found that, right?
Bro, I'm a comic book head, bro. Like, I love comic books. You know what I'm saying? I love at least the old school comics. Like, a lot of what they've done to them now, like, I don't like, but old school Marvel comics, bro. Yeah, I love comics. You know what I'm saying? I was so happy when they put Thanos in the movie, but I thought they messed him up a little bit. Like, they didn't do the Infinity War story like the way they should have, in my opinion. If you ask me.
Yeah, they should. I mean, like, if you look at the comic books, you could add more characters. But when you're dealing with the actual, like, you know, making it to a reality, you got all these people that want all this big money, so you know you can't add all those people in.
Yeah, and another thing that I wanted to see was, like, I want to see a movie about G.I. Joe with Cobra La in it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they got that.
They got the cartoon movie.
They had a real movie though.
But I'm saying not Cobra La. You remember Cobra La? Cobra La was like Cobra's bosses that lived in Antarctica, and they was actual snake people.
Oh, you missing? I have no idea. I never watched G.I. Joe like that. Yeah,
y'all don't remember? Man, it was on the G.I. Joe movie. Man, yeah, I think they actually got it on the Hasbro site on YouTube if you watch it. But and then another one that I want to see a Transformers the movie with Hot Rod as the motherfucking leader instead of Optimus Prime.
Well, you know they about to come out with the new Transformers in a couple days.
Who? Oh, what's his name about to be in that? Bruce Jenner.
Who?
What?
No, think about what he just said.
Big grift.
Damn, that's messed up.
Right, that one hit you late. Grift set. You know
I thought he was here. I thought he was like, oh, he's about to be the main. He or she is going to be the main star. I'm like, what? What the fuck is this person going to do?
Optimus Slime. Ugh, that's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
The gadget with the gadget.
Right. Trotter Taz. Shout out to my man Trotter Taz. If you go to the about page on the channel, it's called Reacts with an exclamation mark, like right after the Z. REACTZ. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're subscribed over on Rumble or subscribed over on Twitch, we're live over there too. All right, I'm gonna run this.
Let me just, if I can, just give a quick, very tangible example. All three of us had to put in years of work, thousands of video, millions of dollars we've all made, just for the chance for the three of us to be on this stage hosting a show and being special guests. What have you guys done to be on the show? What have you guys, yeah, all we had to do was to get you amazing girls on the show was say, hey, we're doing a show. We need a bunch of girls. We got 50 women to say yes, and we picked 20 of you. And thank you guys for being here. But the qualifications and the standards to get on this fucking stage are very, very high if you're the dude, and not so high if you're the female.
Now, let me ask you guys a question.
I
do you guys
disagree.
agree? Okay, go into it. Let me hear.
Yeah, because he said they had to do anything, but they had to look beautiful. Because I don't see no women on that panel over 400 pounds, over 300 pounds. Now, he said he did a lot. I don't think Myron and Fresh did that much. I mean, they set up a studio. I would say it cost them a lot, but as in actual performance-wise, they didn't have to do a lot. They they stay on the same subject. They talk about the same thing over and over again. They're not that talented. As we know, when they don't have women on the show, they perform low. So, in my retrospect, I mean, I'm looking at it like you need women in order to get you need women in order to get an audience. So they're actually doing you a favor. And if you're so high value and you bring all the attention, why isn't there any overweight women on that panel right now? Not panel, but the stage right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's facts. I have no idea why Terrence Jackson's comment is so funny, but if you heard me laughing in the background, that's what I was that's what I was laughing at in the background. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about the I gotta agree with Jay on his take on the requirements to get onto the podcast. I don't see anybody that looks like Lizzo at all on the podcast, which isn't saying anything about Lizzo, or it's not saying anything about the women on the podcast. It's simply saying I don't see anybody that resembles her there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Aside from that, it seems like the
they definitely have a type.
Yeah, exactly. They have a type.
At least a body type, I would say for sure.
They not like Ray Strimmer. I ain't got no type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but absolutely. They might have a skin color criteria too. You know what I'm saying? We all know what Myron and Fresh said, and we know what these guys, how they get down on Valuetainment. So, you know, they could have that sentiment as well. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what's so crazy? Keep in mind, they had a whole killer on their podcast.
Who did?
Fresh and Fit.
Who you talking about? CW?
No.
Who was on there?
Courtney Clenny.
No, you know what? She wasn't on she didn't end up being on Fresh and Fit. It was
she was on some podcast.
That podcast it was called the We in Miami podcast.
Yeah, the fake knockoff people.
I got it mixed up. I knew I saw her on some podcast that reminded me of theirs. Because it was the setup was kind of exactly the same.
Because I was about to say, because everybody swagger jacking Fresh and Fit so hard, almost all these damn podcasts look like Fresh and Fit, and a lot of people going down to Miami to start them because Miami got the nice scenery and all that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the sister. Oh Lord, that's the girl that that's the girl that killed her boyfriend in the apartments, right?
Yeah, down in Miami.
That girl. She don't look that good now. She ain't got her makeup in jail.
The OnlyFans model. Yeah, it looked like her chin got some injections. You know, it looked like she got like she got a BCL. You know what I'm saying? Like she got them butt injections into her chin after she went into jail. I guess I hear that oatmeal and them grits is extra thick. So you know what I'm saying? It might have done something there, caused a little swelling down there. But yeah, that chin turned into like Fred Flintstone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how or why that would have happened. Maybe like stress hormones or something, but you know what I'm saying? She looking like she down bad. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry to say. No one wants to admit this, but in 2023, women live life on easy mode because women are able to simultaneously double dip and act like a lady and get certain privileges, be treated like a lady, while also being able to be in their masculine and chase a career, etc. And I'll take it a step further. If they do decide to chase that career, a masculine one at that, they have an inherent advantage. You know, I saw that interview that you had with those 2 FBI agents. This is true. If you work in a masculine dominant field, women are promoted at a higher level, especially in male dominated fields. Like we have affirmative action here, and women have all the same rights and privileges that men do while having female privileges that men will never enjoy. So the reality is life is easier for women in 2023.
There's a reason why a woman.
I think it's interesting that they got a panel full of white women. And as much as Myron likes to drag black people, and he says that he's based, which means that he'll say anything that he wants to anywhere, he doesn't talk about how that specific woman privilege that he's talking about when it comes to affirmative action is specifically for white women, because they're the ones that benefit the most from affirmative action that they act like they're against.
The jokes write themselves.
Yeah, it's just interesting that we're not going to bring that up. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta agree with Zaria. This is a good question because this is kind of weird. She says, when was it considered masculine to work? And I gotta agree. I don't think it's masculine to have a job. You know what I'm saying? What do you, as far as like a woman goes, I don't think that makes a woman any more or less masculine having a job.
No problem with that.
Yeah. It's just another YouTube talking point that I have you looking crazy in real life. You know what I'm saying?
I can't help but think that the woman on the screen looks like Cher.
She do kind of, don't she?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hella injection.
Cher was messing with a boyfriend that was, I want to say, like 50 years younger than her or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't think they're together no more. And it was a black dude too.
Yeah.
She was trying to get her groove back, like her name was Stella.
How Cher got her groove back. All right, y'all, I'm gonna run this.
Makes $1 million on OnlyFans, and there's 1.47 million women.
Because men give it to them. Because men give it to them.
You guys don't get to do that. You guys had to work very hard to get where you are. So we're not equal.
She had something in the back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Someone was trying to say something in the back.
Yeah, I just think you say, well, women don't have to do anything to get this opportunity to be on the stage, but I think it's because you successful men are giving us those opportunities. You men are sexualizing us, and you want us in the clubs, you want us at your table, you want us here, so we're here.
That's awesome, and thank you for being here.
And here's the thing: we're not insulting you for taking the opportunity. I'm simply acknowledging that the opportunity exists.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And by the way, how many female podcasts you see 3 females and 30 dudes up on stage being like, "Yeah, I'm out here just."
Hey man, wasn't that our analogy that we used in the last stream?
That's when we got into that whole Mari show cavalcade of arguments.
Yeah. Hashtag no valuetainment roast coming soon. You know what I'm saying? You don't swagger jack the Reacts podcast and get away with it, bucko. You know what I'm saying?
A dude looking to have an opportunity. You don't see it.
Here's the thing too, Adam, I don't know if you noticed it, right? Because what you just said was the men are the ones inviting us and giving us these opportunities, etc. I always say on the show, privilege is invisible to those that have it. She said that knowing, right? Like it didn't even come to her mind that I'm getting these privileges because I'm a woman. She went ahead and said it anyway. It actually made your argument weaker. But women don't see it because privilege is invisible to them because it's so common. That's why I tell y'all. Women live life on easy mode. So the only thing that they're going to respect is when they actually have to work for something. And that needs to be your validation, your attention, and your time.
I mean, you're kind of using us as decoration, you know? Decoration. It's like that still does not an opportunity for women too, you know? Not really. I didn't know there would be this many women, and I wouldn't have enough time to like.
That proves my point that there's many of you, but one of me. Right. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like the things that make a woman attractive are extremely common.
But maybe a woman that had a podcast would.
This is what's so funny about the women. How did the women let him get away with that weak ass argument? There's many of you because there's many of you sitting in the room right there because they invited a bunch of women, which disqualified anybody else, no men, you know what I'm saying, from coming, for one. And for two, if there was an invite for men with a specific criteria, a bunch of men would have showed up too, and they set the parameters for how many people were allowed to be there, and they just let him slide by with that. Like what?
Speaking of which, like you're on to something because I think they let him get away with that because Myra's smart enough to know, or Fresh, I'm not going to pay you guys to after the show. That way you won't walk off.
Right. Like that's just hilarious. Like that was such an easy place. Like if they wanted to stick Myron, like if they really wanted to get him, they could have got him right there. They could have got him right there, but they just let him go with that easy ass argument.
I'm just glad that I'm not in that sector. That shit will blow my mind.
You say in that sector of YouTube?
Yes.
I'll tell you, that's the grift sector right there. You know how many subscribers whatever podcast have? They got 4 million subscribers.
The grift is only going to go so far. Let's see where it takes them 10 years from now.
Right. But you know what's interesting about the whatever podcast? I think that channel might have been something else, because if you go back and look at all of the videos and you go past where the whatever podcast is, there's a bunch of videos that aren't the whatever podcast, and they got like a lot of views too. They got like 300,000-400,000 views per video too. So I don't know what it is that they were doing before they came up with that podcast, but whatever was going on that channel, whether it was purchased or whether it was something that they built and then they just did like a brand transition, whatever it is that they did, it was successful. I got to find out what it was so that I can grift on
Emmanuel said it was a prank channel.
Okay. Now, Emmanuel, was it ran by the same people? Go ahead, Tori, my bad.
And remember, at one time on YouTube, prank channels was like everywhere. Like them prank channels, like I would say like the 2014 region, those prank channels were like everywhere. You didn't have podcasting like that back then. I don't think podcasting really got hyped up until like around before or a little during the pandemic. Right. Then everybody got a podcast.
Right. Here's a question. I got a question for you guys in the comment section and a question for you guys on the panel. Would you guys say that it's still a prank channel? Just a different kind of prank? Because the thing is that when it comes to the pranks, what they were doing with the pranks was looking for that viral moment where like somebody would, do something crazy or they would be about to get in a fight. And this is actually looking for a viral or calamity moment too, just in a different way. So I think that they transported that talent of knowing how to hit the viewer to create viral moments, and then they put it into a context of, well, what's the largest and most popular type of entertainment on social media now? Podcasting. Okay, I'm going to take that skill set from there to there and utilize it. And look at this, they're still having a lot of success. What's interesting about the whatever podcast is that that's specifically what is known for is the clips going viral. You know what I'm saying? So I think they might have like an eye for like viral moments or doing a hot take, as they say, and they just transported it from, well, there was react channels all over, or there was prank channels all over the place. Those kind of phased out. Now there's podcast channels all over the place. We're going to cause the same kind of viral reactions on the podcast and keep it moving. What do you guys think?
I agree with what Kid Gravity said on his page when it came to podcasting. He said he believes everybody who wants to do a podcast needs to have a license to do one.
A podcasting license. What do you guys think about the podcasting license idea? I actually don't think that would be a bad idea.
For real, because everybody don't need a podcast, and that is very evident in proof with a lot of the things we've seen so far.
Oh my God, isn't it? That, like, sometimes, like, how we always, me and TD got that ongoing joke about like how when I go on Just Talking with TD and Rob, I turn on the camera, but I don't be feeling like doing it when I'm at home because I'll be lounging and chilling. And like, my thing is that I watch a lot of the low budget podcasts, and I'm like, why don't you just not turn the camera on like how mine is? Because you're actually deteriorating the quality of your stream by having that smudgy like 80 pixel camera on that you have, and it's all delayed and looking like a karate movie while you talking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they working on that 240p.
Yeah, they on that 240.
Damn.
I can't even remember what year. I can't even remember what year 240p was like the standard.
Man, the phone be all smudged up. You can see a half a fingerprint on there. It'd be moving all slow, like they linked a Motorola Razor to the computer and using that for the webcam. It's like, come on, man. Like, all you gotta do is just hit the visualizer button and like just get you a cool graphic for the background and call it a day. You ain't even gotta do all this.
Bro, you hitting the point too, because I'm not gonna say what YouTubers, but they be going live. They go live, and all you see is darkness.
It's like, yeah, he's like, man, what? Like, why are you doing that? And the thing that'd be crazy is a lot of channels that do that. It'd be channels that have like a decent following, so you would think like, I mean, are you reinvesting at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got like 90,000 subscribers and your phone is in 9x6. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
I was watching Tony Sotomayor roast Kwame Brown, and Kwame Brown, he was live on his porch. And the only thing you could see, he was smoking on cigarettes. The only thing you could see was the as he smoked the cigarette, the light, the tip of the cigarette was lighting up. That's the only thing you could see.
Man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't want no with Kwame Brown. Nah, nope.
Yeah, Kwame Brown is a roast master. He's an OG roaster. Tommy, but actually Tommy can roast too. Kwame and Tommy can both roast. Man, they be on some crazy shit with they roast. It's a lot. It's a lot of people that actually can roast that are hilarious. Yeah. I remember when Tariq Nasheed roasted up Fresh and Fit 2 years ago. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah. Right.
I know.
He just roasted he roasted a woman on the, I forgot who the woman's name was. Never came across my radar. He roasted her, calling her she got all these kinkles she's trying to hide. She wobbles as she walks. I don't even know who it was, but it was somebody he just recently just done.
Man, Tariq Nasheed got some crazy roast skills, man. Like that dude is, man, that shit is ridiculous.
Wait.
How funny he is roasting.
Can we put it to a test though? Like who has the better roast? Like the quickest roast? Is it Tariq or is it Jason? Because I remember one time he was talking to somebody. Somebody was he was trying to interject. And the guy kept on talking, and I never forget. Jason was like, "Slow down, little daddy," and I couldn't stop crying. I was laughing, stop laughing.
Man, see, they got to, but you can't really compare it though because they got two different kind of comedies. Like Jason Black and Professor Black Truth both got that kind of comedy where like they don't mean to be funny. But
exactly,
it
don't mean
hilarious.
to be funny, but it is funny. Like I'll never forget. Like I'll give you a perfect example of that is when I was listening to one of Professor Black Truth's Moment of Truth, and he had mentioned he brought up Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, and how he said her name had me in tears. He called her Kathy.
I tell you, man, Professor Black Truth,
and that was actually my comment. And that was actually my comment in the comment section. I said, I know you wasn't trying to be funny, but when you said her name like that, I could not stop laughing. Like I literally almost couldn't get through the video because he said her name.
Rob like that too. Rob be on that serious. He be on that serious thing, and he would say something that be funny as hell, yo. But he said, yo, that's what be making it hilarious, yo. I'll be crying, yo.
That's because I be on that, right? I be on that constantly troll. Like I literally have been trolling my entire life. Like I'm telling you.
I would say it's Tariq Nasheed though. Tariq Nasheed most definitely is on his toes. He comes up with new stuff all the time. Jason Black is good too. But one of his best roasts is when he brings up bastard baby makers. It's like just a classic right there.
Yeah, man.
Whenever PBTV saying calling AOC Alexandria Ocasio horse face,
right? Or
and it's like after I see it, and it's like after I see her face, I can't unsee the Clydesdale within her.
Yeah, when he says Negro Jim Clyburn just so seriously and then just continues with what he's talking about on the Moment of Truth. It's hilarious.
Or Angela Rye with lettuce and tomatoes on the side.
Man, they just got a different form of comedy. Like I don't know who is more funny between the two of them. They both are just hilarious though. But their comedy, they have different styles. Like Tariq is like comedic funny. You know what I'm saying? Jason Black and Professor Black Truth, they got that kind of shit where like it's so witty, you don't believe that they just said that shit, and it's hilarious, and they've already said it and moved on and didn't like they actually said it as fact, but you still stuck on the humor out of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes it funny because they say it and they'll keep on going.
Right.
Yeah. Because like you said, they're not saying it to be funny, so that's what makes it even more funny.
You know who get the audience to level up if they say more comedic? I mean, not go straight comedy, but if he was a little bit more funnier. What's his brother's name? Phil Scott. If he add a little comedy in that, it'll be freaking hilarious.
Who is that?
Phil Scott.
Oh, Phil Scott.
Phil is more. Yeah, Phil. He ain't on. He's not really on a comedic. He's not a funny guy. I think he's in his lane. I appreciate. I watch Phil too. Like Phil be doing. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good, bro?
Starting an old car. My bad.
No, you good. You good. Yeah, I like Phil. I think I like Phil. Phil sometimes has some jokes when he do have jokes, they do be hitting. You know what I'm saying? When he do come with a joke, it do be funny. But
I'll never get the time when TBA had this troll call into his his broadcast, because they very particular over in that chat. You call it a show, they gonna correct you.
Right.
But had someone call into his broadcast, and when he was getting ready to get them off the phone, I will never forget when he said, "I hope you go outside, run into oncoming traffic, and get hit by a bus." I was like,
damn.
Right. Like,
wait, who said that?
TVA has said that on one of his broadcasts to some troll that had called in, like talking a whole bunch of nonsense. I will never forget when he told this person to go outside and get hit by a bus.
Damn,
I was like,
full villain.
Wow,
he went full villain. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
You know what kills me too? Before you start that,
yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, I believe Tariq Nasheed is the funniest. But what kills me is when Tariq Nasheed he be in Twitter Spaces, and he goes off on people that call him up, and then these people be I ain't gonna say who specifically, they call him xenophobic for saying the jokes, but yeah, you got the same other people saying the same jokes about everybody else. They don't call him xenophobic. I think that's hypocritical right there. But Tariq Nasheed, he's on another level, man, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. I'm telling you, like he's got classic roasts like that are like archived in the YouTube Hall of Fame. Like his roasts have entirely renamed some people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
one thing that I had, like, not to like toot my own horn, is like, but when I went to the expo, someone had said, Torian, you should come up with your own little like dictionary, because you be having nicknames for days.
Yeah, you do. I be dying laughing. I want to see.
Definitely, Torian. We have nicknames on lock.
I want to see a comedy collab with Corey Holcomb and Tariq Nasheed.
Listen, I would have to be sitting there with a bucket, because I'm not trying to go to the restroom from almost like on myself from laughing so hard.
Man,
on 5150. Listen, if you want a good laugh from good raw comedy, just watch that every Tuesday.
Facts.
Even if you can't catch the live, just
watch the old ones.
I watch the old. I just catch the playback because a lot of times, because it's so late, because they're on the West Coast.
Yeah,
so I just catch the playback. I usually listen to it on my way to the gym, and then I catch the first hour, and then I'll catch the next hour after I'm done with my workout. And I'm telling you, you will get a good laugh every single time.
Man, that's hilarious. Yeah, I agree. Do you watch? Because Marcus got a channel too, and
he does.
He be going live on his channel too. I've been checking that out. That's hilarious too. They both are some talented brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all in the
chat? When Corey be going in on Marcus about his underarms,
yeah,
about his armpits.
Yeah, he be going in on him. How many of y'all watch Corey Holcomb in the chat? If y'all watch Corey Holcomb in the chat, throw a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give me a thumbs down. All right, y'all, I'm gonna run the rest of this.
It's the same amount of men, so that men can speak just as much as women.
All the top podcasts, male dominated.
Yeah, I'm not saying that women are doing more podcasts.
No, but I'm just saying, and here's the thing: when women do have podcasts, I mean, you could think of like one successful one. They might bring a guy on here and there, but they're not bringing random guys. The guys have to have status to be able to come on.
Yeah. But so what's your point?
Free advice for the ladies out there: start a podcast, start a podcast, and invite a bunch of random dudes on, and see how many dudes just show up to your podcast. You should start it.
Right.
Like,
let me know how that works out for you.
I'm getting a red pill right now.
Yeah.
Like, the girls are saying things that quite literally prove what we're saying, that women have privilege. Yeah. And they don't even realize that what you're saying is privileged. You're saying, well, we're here for decoration.
Yeah,
yes. In other words, you don't have to bring value to be here. Yo.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, privilege.
Let me do you guys agree with that statement? They don't have to bring value to be there.
They caught one.
Bro, look at this. A sea full of men. This is a shame. Look at this. Look at the whole audience.
Yeah, let's take a moment.
Wait.
What do you guys think about that audience?
Look at his hairline. That tell you everything.
Wait. It's two of them. Well, look, I don't do the hairline thing, so I'm not sure. It could be FBA, it could be he could be an immigrant. So who knows? I'm looking at old boy with the afro in the
he looks Indian.
That's who I was looking at. He looked like that. He looked like that congressman that got kicked out of the Congress.
He looks if you was to cut like clean shave all of them off, lighten them up just a little bit, he would look like the Bad album cover.
Man, that is a whole room full of potential mass shooters.
I'm not messing with him.
Bro, is that a sweatshirt on or a sweat jacket? I mean,
look like a sauna suit. You ever seen the sauna suit?
Yeah, what is that?
He trying to keep his hair greased, so he figured the sweat from his forehead to help it. So he just put on the sauna suit. Yeah,
he got a Jerry curl with a sauna suit on. Yo, like he's angry. Like I don't want no problems. Like I don't want no problems. I'm good.
They look like. Have you ever seen those bomber jackets? That thing that he got on look like a bubble house coat.
They look bad.
Bubble boy.
Right.
Oh no, man! This audience throwing me off. Look at the brother with the glasses. You barely can see it, but look at the brother with the glasses on in the right corner.
The audience, the audience is only there. The audience is only there to look at those women. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a good looking group of women. They're only there to watch that group of women get gone in on by the guys on stage.
Right.
That's literally the only reason why they're there, because while they're laughing in the crowd, the reason why they're there laughing is because they know like every single woman on the stage would be like, unless like these guys have like some unforeseen large amount of money or like just randomly one of them has super good game or something like that. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so these guys are getting that, they getting that red pill rage charge off of that. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying?
They all paid to be there too. I think. Oh boy.
No, go ahead.
That dude in the front down there looked like Dwayne Wayne from A Different World.
All he needs is the flip up glasses
with the crooked hairline.
Yeah.
His hairline is terrible.
Now, old boy with the afro got all the game. He's about to get all the women. Him with the afro.
Yeah, he's sitting there looking like he's sucking his tooth, like, like he looked like he the person that made that gotcha bitch. He looked like they sampled his voice and put that on the soundboard.
Why he got a bubble sauna suit on, yo? Like you said, right? He got a bubble sauna suit.
That's the trash bag from I Can't Stand the Rain video.
Yeah, it is with Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And this one in the blue. The one in the blue is a little bit too happy. I mean, Mari didn't say anything. He just dumped on the women. This guy got his teeth out. He's smiling. He happy.
Look, check this out. So here go my question. How do you get on Valuetainment, or how do you get on Valuetainment money?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't watch them. Yeah, I don't even watch them.
I don't
see. I want to know how you get on. I'm curious. I want to know how you get on there.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Valuetainment.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either.
Mm-hmm.
You got to seem a little racist, I guess. I don't know.
Win loser. Yeah, I agree, Grind. Win loser Rug said the nigga clapping is Myron's biggest fan. Facts. Big facts.
Am I the only person that sees this? Now, what I will say, is,
yeah, I noticed that too.
Wait, hold on. What happened? What I missed?
I noticed how he was clapping. He was too excited. He looked like he wanted to get out of the chair and give him a standing ovation.
He's like, yes.
Yo, shout out to my man Demonat. Demonat says you need connection and status. I agree. So now here, check this out. See, because I'm going somewhere with this. You need connection and status. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that any of these guys would do anything to give any of you any kind of connection?
No.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I know for a fact that they wouldn't. So that's one of the reasons why we got to do that for ourselves, because
I wouldn't want a connection from them anyway. Look at who is in their circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the thing though. Is what happens is you get people like this, then they create a company, and that company is what supplies all the jobs. So then when people go to the jobs, you know what I'm saying, and they're getting BS treatment, you're getting that BS treatment because these people have pooled their resources together to lock themselves inside of a management position and lock you down to being an employee, which is the reason why you got to control the whole thing.
Facts. I
You know
totally agree with you. Yeah, we definitely got to doing our own thing. You know what I mean? We can't rely on anybody else to put us on. We got to put ourselves on.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to not only put ourselves on, but make examples of blocking them out as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of that thing where, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you walk through, you know what I'm saying? You got to bump somebody in the shoulder real hard and turn around and stare them down and be like, you ain't going to do nothing. And if you do, you're going to wish you didn't type thing. And then just turn back around and keep walking. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's that crazy people shit. Y'all might not know about that shit, but I've done that a couple times.
I don't know about it. It sounds to me like a lot of them are probably doing a lot of soul sacrificing to get to that part.
I agree.
It's like, are you willing to do that little blood oath?
Right. Yeah, that's a big no for me. No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. But I agree 110% with you though. That is probably what's going on. Like it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Oh, like I said, it's interesting how all these people get connected. The only person that they haven't had on their show yet is Fuentes, and they haven't had Fuentes on there. And who else haven't they had? They had Rolo on there, didn't they? The woman that's associated with them debated. The woman on there debated Rolo Tomasi. But yeah, this shows the importance of it right here. I mean, these guys were willing to offer a Tucker Carlson $100 million. Let me ask you guys a question. Valuetainment, the people that they're giving opportunities to go on the show, unless you're a super duper popular black person that white people have interest in, you're not going on that show.
No.
And the only reason you're going on the show, they don't want to break off the money to you anyway. They're only getting you on the show because their white audience has an interest in you, not because of you being you.
In other words, those are the Thomas Sowell crowd.
But yeah, basically, yeah, absolutely, facts. And to me, that's one of the reasons why I feel that we got to have our own shit, we got to control our own shit, and we got to block people out and make examples of them too. It is what it is. You people will see, like, you know what I'm saying? I break Torian off with 100 million. I break Grind off with 100 million. I break TD off with about 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's how it is. Yeah, he get 2 quarters. You know what I'm saying? He get 2 quarters. It's from all the paychecks that I'm not gonna be getting while I'm unemployed. You know what I'm saying? But that's still the homie though, so I gotta throw him a little something. I just happen to, instead of throwing the dollars that's off, I throw the metal at him and hope it sticks. You know,
fair enough.
So if you guys haven't smashed that like button, hit that like button. If you guys are enjoying the content, please make sure you guys show some love in the chat. Throw a radiation emoji or thumbs up or some fire in there. Hit the bell if you're not subscribed, and let's get it.
Decoration, how you handle yourself is a very true testament to what you like. For instance, Janelle's had some amazing answers. Melina, very opinionated. I don't know how the audience feels about Melina, but the girl in the blue, amazing answers. This over here, like how you handle yourself accordingly, like will dictate your value beyond just being eye candy.
Yeah. Much is given, much is required.
So,
if I feel like a decoration,
real quick, what's your name? Lewis. I guarantee you, right? If you had a chance to sit right here, would you? See, you want to sit here, but he's not here. Why? He's not a woman. So for you, you should be glad to be here.
Right.
Opportunity.
Worst argument ever.
Terrible.
Man, that was terrible. But look how Fresh got it off though. Like he got it off so clean. Like I said something and it didn't make any sense. But you sit there and just listen to what I'm saying anyway.
Fresh.
Fresh got it off.
Oh my God. Yo, I'm about to say, wait, what he say? Rewind. I need to take some notes. Hold on.
That's hilarious. Dude, that is hilarious. Bro, like he literally made no sense. And it just I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's actually like I'm not mad at that. If you can get off saying absolutely nonsense to somebody and they just let it slide, I mean, go ahead and follow it up with another sentence and see how far you can get with that.
And he knew he could.
Yeah. Because
they know what type of audience they have. They know that their audience is about as dumb as a doorknob.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What he said, if you could sit up here, would you want to sit up here or something like that? I need to write that down. That was the most
hold up, who you gonna try to use that on? That's why who you about to try to use that on?
That was player. That was player, man. I'm about to write that. Nah, but y'all underestimating Fresh, man. For real, for real. He said, he asked the guy, if you could sit up here right now, would you want to sit up here? The guy was like, yes. That's all you need to hear. That's all. That's it. Now, you know what, man? Yeah, I'm doing everything wrong. I'm about to start taking notes, you know what I mean, from Fresh CEO, because he apparently knows what's going on.
Look, yo, Grind, when you do your when you do your skits and you do your Fresh and Fit skit, you gotta make sure you do these lines. I only said one sentence because I'm the podcast GOAT. I don't even have to make sense. All I do is just say something, and everybody just listens to what I say. And
Right.
then that's it.
Fresh is the player. He is
That's
the player.
hilarious. Man, that is too damn funny. All right, John.
Everybody put your P's up in the air. Put your P's up in the air.
Yo, if y'all agree with AB Promotion and y'all think that Fresh is the man, give me a thumbs up. If y'all like, man, bye. Throw some rotten tomatoes in the chat.
Put the P's up in the air. A player.
That's evolution of invisible, so does that.
We all know that.
So, you know, men have to work far harder to get certain things that women get for free. That's just the reality. Women don't get boats and put a bunch of 18-year-old dudes on there. Men work really hard for 18 years to be able to purchase the boat so that the 18-year-old girls want to come, the 19-year-old girls want to come, etc. The 21-year-olds, whatever it is, right? Men have to bring value to get attention or even be seen by women, but women don't have to bring value on the other end. And here's the other thing, too. There's a saying. Someone here could probably help me with this one in Spanish. The quieter you are, the more beautiful you are, right? Oh, somebody got it? Angie got it. Angie got it. Angie, say it really loud for the audience. There you go. Now they're gonna be quiet after that. Claro. But the thing is, this guy fucking clout. But the thing is, right? Why is it that that's a universal saying in all the different Latin countries? Why is it that men like quiet women, right? We've been saying that for years, whatever. Because women aren't valued on their opinions.
No, it's because you can't. Take
Which would
pushback.
explain why many of them are going to get these AI dolls.
Yeah,
because they don't talk back. At least they don't talk back now.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about player anyway. Y'all don't know nothing about no damn player. I'm talking about the chat. They put the tomatoes in there, so.
They gave you the tomatoes.
Yeah,
they gave you the tomatoes.
Fresh is the player, yo. You know what I mean? Y'all just don't know nothing about it.
That's hilarious. Somebody would say, yeah, he is a player because he be playing himself all the time.
Oh, bro. How many times has Adam told me to shut up because he doesn't like the pushback? Why is he not here? Because you don't like the pushback.
It's not about.
It's not about that. I don't think she can cook. I don't think she can cook.
Work hard to get the teenagers. I don't know about all that, buddy. I don't know about all that.
Something tells me that if they were the voting class to lower the age of consent, they would sign on the dotted line immediately.
Yeah, I think they would.
Like I'm like just listening to, I can tell that they would be all for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. What do you guys think? What do you guys think in the chat? You talking about for all those guys on the podcast,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Because notice that when Myron said about the boat, when he said that the guy has to work 18 years to get a boat to put 18 and 19 years old, I said it's amazing. He went straight to 18 and 19.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like fresh out of high school.
Yeah. Or still in high school.
Or still in high school for some.
Yeah.
Yep.
Marcus Jones, shout out to Marcus Jones. I gotta ask if y'all agree with Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones said, "Congratulations, Fresh. You played yourself." Congratulations, Fresh. You played yourself. You know what I'm saying? Look at him. He got his hands up too. He got the confidence chop. Have you ever seen that? Did y'all learn that in karate class? You just throw your hands up in the air like it's the confidence chop. Look at that.
Y'all don't know, but y'all don't know nothing. Fresh is gonna change y'all minds sooner than later. You know what I mean? Y'all just don't know about it yet.
We'll see. We'll see.
The thing I don't understand is that pushing back is an inherently masculine trait, which is cool if you want to make money and be assertive and be dominant. But most guys aren't gay, so they don't want to date themselves. They want the opposites. Would you like it if I showed up on Saturdays and wore heels?
Sure.
Hey, shout out to Zaria for hitting the radiation emoji. I gotta ask y'all a question. She's been hitting the radiation emojis consistently. Should we induct her into the chat spam mafia? What do y'all think? If y'all think that Zaria or Zarla should get inducted into the chat spam mafia, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't think so, give me a thumbs down. Give her some Rotten Tomatoes too if y'all don't think so.
Why not?
I'm gonna give up
I think we
a
should take
virtual.
That answers itself.
You say what?
Giving a virtual thumbs up.
Oh, that's what's good. So you got a virtual thumbs up from a man, AB.
Women, so
Okay, we have one.
He mentioned something about heels. Who knows? He probably does. After all, J. Edna Hoover ran the FBI, and he had dresses in his closet.
Man, what about all these politicians that either have some questionable stuff going on or dresses in their closet? And speaking of the dresses in the closet, what's up with Chris Rock being in that new Epstein stuff that they found?
What?
Yeah, like I guess his name was in one of those. It was in one of those flight logs or in one of those the Black Book or something like that.
Nah, I ain't hear that.
Yeah, man. Hold on, real quick. I'm about to
That's
see if I can look that up real quick.
Somewhere in the YouTube algorithm, they're like, like let's circle our wagon back.
Right. Yeah, like that's some Richard shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yeah, new Jeffrey Epstein document reveals more names and connections. When is this from? This is from May 31st. Hold on. 5 days. Okay. Epstein files show Chris Rock. Okay, yeah, here it is. Check this out. It's called Radar Online. And then there's one from the Daily Beast as well. So I don't know. I've never heard of Radar Online. Have you guys ever heard of the Radar Online?
It sounds familiar.
I haven't.
Let me see. Hold on. Because again, it's funny how we get here, right? Because remember, these guys had said that, based on the resources and all of that stuff, that Epstein would be considered, quote unquote, what they would say is a high value man. Remember when they said that? So, hold on real quick. So there it goes right here. Epstein files show Chris Rock was among dozens of stars set to meet with disgraced financier. Okay, so he was set to meet with him. He didn't actually meet him.
But the question is, did Chris Rock know about what Epstein had going on before he was set to meet with him?
I don't know. That's a good question. I highly doubt it. I would hope that he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Demonat says, I thought that was Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker appeared in the little black book that Epstein had. Chris Tucker was in that black book. Just like Bill Clinton was. What's the other dude? Prince Andrew?
Yeah. These people are in Hollywood, and they.
It's one big ring.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not gonna just broadly brush them all in one stroke. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are meeting each other. They probably trying to finesse their way into doing whatever they need to do to get movies and whatever productions going on. Now, as far as the extracurricular stuff, people probably just want to see what's going on as far as parties concerned. But my thing is that when it comes to a black person, they quick to throw that in the news. But when it comes to their own, when it comes to the PC, you don't hear about it. It gets buried automatically. You know what I'm saying? Like, they outnumber us. They outnumber us over here. So how is it that we are the majority when it comes to these articles, and nobody hear about who they are or what affiliation they have? You know what I'm saying? As far as a PC concern, you know what I mean?
They gotta make them look like the ultimate degenerates. Like, for example, what just recently happened with Danny Masterson. He got found guilty for the crimes in which he was convicted of, but no sooner was hours later did they say, oh, back in 1969, Bill Cosby sexually assaulted this Playboy model. They can't let them. They can't let them hang out. They can't let them hang out to dry for too long by themselves before they bring a black person back up into the mix.
Yeah,
that's facts.
My thing is that look, y'all outnumber us, so if there's some degeneracy with us, then more often than not, the degeneracy probably lies mostly with y'all.
Oh, most definitely. If you look at the crime stats and look at under the category of rape, they heavily outnumber every other group.
I'm talking about PC. I'm talking about PC when I say y'all. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
y'all gonna just put it on black people like that. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock is he's one of those individuals. You know what I mean? He's made alliances with people that are questionable. You know what I'm saying? To say the least. You know what I mean? And
yeah, remember, this is the same guy that let Ricky Gervais and Louis C.K. say the N-word with the ER on that podcast or whatever that show was a couple years ago. And Jerry Seinfeld was the only one that was sitting right there looking confused, like, what is going on here?
Right. Big facts. But the thing is that the news and the media and all that is operated the same exact way as this whole valuetainment thing is. So the whole purpose of that is to what we'll do is we'll use you as a resource. We'll make money off of making you look bad, and we'll make money off of making you look good. And since we control the money that you get while we're making you look good, whenever we feel like just not dealing with you anymore, we'll just make it so that nobody can deal with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that these people would do. That's one of the things that you safeguard yourself from if you're able to create your own network. You don't have to deal with these corny people doing corny stuff for their own entertainment. You can basically just do what they do and do it better than them, and then buy their business out and control them or fire them or toy with them like how a cat does after it chases down a mouse. You know what I'm saying? You could do all of that if you want to. Bet, bro. I see you, bro. All right, so I'm going to run this again.
Want to make an opinion? Melina, you've spoken more than any girl on the stage by fucking
I've been quiet for like an hour here.
And that's why everyone's having a great time.
Make your point. Go ahead. So the heels thing, you were trying to respond to that. I said, would you want a guy that would, like, if I...
She said yes. It's the same thing, is it? I don't think that's what it is. If I say that I want someone to push me, like in conversation, to push me as a person or challenge me, that's different from like someone showing up at heels.
Well, here's the thing. If you have to push your man, you lost.
No, it's not a man. Because you can help each other out. That's clearly something that, of course you can.
No,
of course
if a girl has to push her man, see, the thing with men is that it needs to be inherent in you to want to work hard. You need to be self-driven. That's your job as the man.
Yeah.
Okay? If my girl needs to push me to become better, then
why
I'm
is
just a
that
bitch.
why is that?
Now here goes my question. Can we say that women are pushing people like Myron Gaines to create the content that he's creating? The current state of how he perceives the dating market, which is basically his access to women, that's inspiring a lot of the content that he makes. Would you guys say that that's a true statement or a false statement? What do you guys think?
I would say true.
Yeah,
absolutely true.
So then what I find interesting about that whole analogy that he used is that then on a micro level, then he's saying that a woman shouldn't push a man.
Facts. You know, speaking of what you just said, and I watched Duke and Don's video yesterday. Duke and Don was trying to point out the fact that they're going to try to use, if they do come out for the manosphere, they're going to try to use some of the content that you see what the whole scenario Myron was, what he went through, where he was trying to get women onto his platform. In order to get on his platform, you had to have, relations with him. They're going to try to use that. Like, just imagine how that just looks in the public eye if that was to hit, like, New York Times, YouTuber tells women to have relations with him in order to be on a podcast. And then they're going to put the number of women that's been on his podcast and all that, just pretty pure speculation, but it'll make him look bad.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that'll reflect really bad on probably like everybody that's involved in doing content like that. They'll be reviewing everybody's content, and they'll be seeing if people are encouraging people to behave like that or utilizing those tactics to get women onto the podcast and all of that kind of stuff.
Right. I think Myron and not Fresh, to be honest with you, but I think Myron himself, he's a Titanic. He just haven't hit the rock yet.
You guys agree with that? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree,
his moment will come. They always do.
Yeah, I think so too. Did you guys, let me ask everybody this in the chat and you guys on the panel, did you guys notice it seemed like Fresh and Fit lost some subscribers after this recent issue with Aba and Preach? Not as many as they did last time, but I think like for a brief moment they lost a good amount of subscribers, but I think they might have gained them back. Did you notice that? Did that happen?
I didn't watch them like that to care.
I don't watch them like that. So I wouldn't know. But if that is a true statement, then I can. The only reason why I would say that happens is because people can see that they not authentic. Like they phony, man. Like people go on YouTube for real recognized real. Like that's what people go on YouTube for. As soon as people can spot that you fake or you putting on an act, then most likely they're not gonna rock with you after that. And to be told, man, fresh to fit, those them type of people, you know what I mean? And I got
I would agree with you, but at the same time, I see a lot of fake people online who are able to get past. You know, they're given a pass. I mean, just think about Anton Daniels. Speaking of Anton Daniels, Mike TV called him out. He didn't get rich till he got apparently an inheritance from his father's passing away, and also his business that he said he was running. You know that what's the show called, the Millionaire March or whatever. It showed that business that he was running in Detroit, that food business. He owed somebody because that food business was trash. It went down. He ended up in deficit. So, I mean, if you can say real recognize real, but at the same time, somebody said earlier, a sucker is born every day, and you can get past a lot of these people because they're not going to actually look into the information. They're just going to believe what their messiah, like Anton Daniels, say. So,
yeah, no, I agree. I agree 100%.
Hey, sometimes it's gonna take a sucker to find out how life really works. I mean, they'll figure it out after they lost a couple dollars. I mean, they'll learn.
He made a statement and he said he invests in people's businesses.
I don't watch Anton Daniels. Like I don't even watch that guy.
I don't see why people do, to be honest with you. But he made a statement. His show's called Millionaire Morning Show or something like that. He made a statement that he invests in his members' businesses. I want to know, and I actually want to see pictures of these businesses, because if he's invested in these people, then you would expect that there'll be some, archive of pictures or name of businesses that he invested in, because somebody was actually on Pocket Watching with JT when Anton Daniels went on there, and they called him out, saying, okay, how did you get your money? You say you became a millionaire, but how did you get to the, I don't think he's a millionaire. I think he's fronting on that part. You say you have a lot of money, but how did you get to that part where you have a lot of money? Because one dude was actually pointing out that you literally, the job he has listed on his LinkedIn, he makes like $60 a year on that, plus his Patreon, and that's his only two income. Now, this guy said that he had a business that he sold to another company, but he can't give you the name of the business. He said he's saying all these blanketed statements, and he has no proof to back any of up. However, Mike TV provided facts of that his restaurant failed. Now, he said his restaurant failed because black people don't appreciate nothing. But Mike TV said Mike TV provided evidence that his restaurant failed because his sales were down. He ended up going into a deficit to the people that he owed, and he still owed these people some money, and you can get those court documents and the company name that he owes.
Of course, black people are the persons that go to blame.
Man, that's wild.
I wouldn't say he's not a millionaire. I don't know. I don't. But if you calculating somebody's net worth, it's quite possible that they can be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just say that he's not. Now, as far as his businesses, you know what I mean? White people build businesses and their businesses fail all the time. I'm not gonna cast aspersions on him for that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. But the point is that he says that he ran a successful business. However, the one business that we do know that he ran, he still owes a company a lot of money because that business he ran it right into the ground, and it wasn't successful at all. But he said it was so successful that he had to And have you ever heard of somebody saying, "Yeah, my business was so successful that I had to shut it down"? I never heard that in my life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Right.
that's a lie. That's a blatant lie. But you know what I'm saying? You know,
the only person that could ever say that is Michael Phelps with gold medals in swimming, but that's not a business. He was still swimming for the Olympics. But I mean, like, and maybe like Michael Jordan when he was in the NBA, just like terrorizing the NBA when the Bulls were at their peak. But even those weren't like personal businesses. Those were just like personal accomplishments. The government actually will shut your business down if you're too successful, though, because the goal is to get 100% of the marketplace, right? You want to get as large of a market share as possible. And the maximum amount of market share that you can get is 100%. Unless you change and diversify your business and go into other businesses, then you would get over 100%. But technically not in the same market share. You've just branched into other businesses, creating a larger macro market, right? So what would end up happening is if you get 100% of the market share, what ends up happening? I'll tell you a company that got 100% of the market share, and you guys can tell me what happened. AT&T.
They probably call it a monopoly.
There you go.
Or something like that. Yep.
Standard Oil. You know what I'm saying? And we can go on and on and on with this. The Bell companies, you know what I'm saying? So once you get to that, Microsoft is another one. So once you've achieved 100%, 100% market share, 100% market share is illegal in a capitalist society because 100% market share creates a tyranny which cancels out capitalism, because capitalism is supposed to be free market for multiple vendors. If you have 100% market share, that's a dictatorship, right? Would you guys agree?
Right. Agreed.
Yeah. So that is interesting how that regulatory mechanism is set up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of contradictory because if it's like what you have to do is you have to strategically get to where you can hover at like around 80% of the market share and remain competitive. And you can easily do that. Just anytime anybody approaches, you just buy them out. You know what I'm saying?
Money talks. Yep.
Yeah.
But I think what we need to get to, like, for our society to function even better, if you're a business owner, we have to get rid of all the what are those people call the people that go up there and they go to the Capitol and they pretty much try to promote their interests or whatever.
Lobbyists.
Lobbyists. So I would say no lobbyists from these businesses can participate in politics if you want to make it a real free and free market, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to get money out.
Well, and that's a good idea. I think it will have to be expanded on. Definitely the concern for ethical conflict and conflict of interest is absolutely there. I don't know if that would be the only thing that would completely take that problem away. I think there would have to be stuff in addition to that as well. Transparency of records and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Travis. Make sure you guys throw some radiation emoji in the chat and show some love to Travis. My man Travis says sometimes it's like I'm listening to economist Peter Schiff. Love it. If you guys enjoy the Reacts podcast, let us know in the chat. Show us some love. You know what I'm saying? Did you guys want to finish this up or?
Yeah, let's finish this up. Just one of the many tangents we go on while we grifting on Fresh and Fit and Aba and Preach and all the rest of these.
Exactly. We gotta ask another question in the chat while they listening. Y'all gotta tell us, what do y'all like better, the actual content or the tangents? Because I'm gonna start making tangent clips too.
You should make debate. You should host debates, man.
You think I should host debates?
I think you should pick a topic, pick two people to compete against each other, let the audience decide who wins and it don't even have to be long debates. It could be 15-minute debates.
Yeah, I'm down for that. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, you guys, if you guys know people that you want to see debate, you know what I'm saying, just tell them, make sure that it's somebody that we don't have a bias to, and they could use this as a neutral platform and we'll be the judge. I think that'll actually be some pretty fun content to do.
That'd be nice. And it could be me against Keeping 100 because I want to finish that debate.
The
Manosphere.
The first debate between you and Keep 100. That'll be good. That'll be a good debate. I know he'll be down. You know what I'm saying? I know you will be too, so it'll be good.
Hey fellas, I'm gonna try to stay on here as long as possible. But I'm on my Zimbabwe mobile right now. So StreamYards is eating up my phone. I'm on a charger, but it's like still eating up my phone. So I'm gonna try to hang on for as much as possible.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. And you know, the replay will always be there, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys can check out the replays too. And you know, if you guys want to participate in the conversation, just get at either me or Grind and Motivate on social media. Send us topics, leave comments after the video with the stuff that you'd like to see us react to. All right. So, you know, we want to try to gear this towards everybody to where we have a really good time and enjoy what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Put that fire emoji in there.
Yeah, no doubt. So Travis says Destiny will debate almost anyone. And I actually, as much as I'm not a fan of Destiny, I think that is true because I seen Destiny pull up on people. He pulled up on Saint in the Center and got him good. Did y'all see that?
Yep.
Yeah, and I actually like the Saint in the Center, but you know what I'm saying? Destiny, you know what I'm saying, that he did his thing on that. You know what I'm saying? Can't take away from him. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't be knowing what's going on in the back chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what's going on in the back chat, man. Can't let y'all know. No, I'm just playing.
You can only push him for so long. I'm not saying that you need to be a complete mess that can't do anything, but like some sort of motivation. You wanted him in heels. What is actually wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
No. This is
like I want someone to push me.
I use that analogy. Let me explain what I mean by that. I use the analogy of heels. The reason why I asked that question.
Hey, shout out to my man John Guillory. Do you guys agree with John? If you guys agree with John, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't agree with John, put a poop emoji in the chat or some rotten tomatoes. I'm just playing. Don't go too hard on John. That's my man's right there. That's good people's. You know what I'm saying? Let me see.
Would you accept me if I wore heels? You're saying yes to be funny. You would not accept a feminine man, so why should I?
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Nah, the tangents is what make the podcast, man. For real.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that. I think that honestly, I watch podcasts. Most podcasts that I do watch, I watch them for the tangents. Real talk.
Yeah, I mean, we're just expanding on what we're seeing, you know, on the day to day. You know what I mean? It may seem like we're not on topic, but we actually are. You know what I mean? All this comes back to the same thing. If, you know, if you're really paying attention. But yeah, run it.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we got 21 people watching on Grind and Motivate's channel. Shout out to the Grind and Motivate channel. Smash that like button. On Reacts, we got 32 people watching. Shout out to the Reacts family. Hit that like button. Yeah, hit it. Shout out. And on Rumble, we got 6 people watching and we got 4 likes. Remember, we got that goal to try to get those 10 likes on Rumble. So please make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're not subscribed on Rumble, make sure you guys hit that follow button and share the video to your social media.
Accept a masculine woman that wants to push back on me.
Right. I think that you can I think you admitting that you're wrong and stepping down and trying to learn from your mistakes is a feminine trait because you need to be submissive into form to like keep going because you're stepping down. You're admitting to being a failure.
So to all the ladies in the chat, you guys should give the men in here the keys to life. How do men guaranteed get submission from you? How do men do it? What do we got to do? What's the key?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I'm kidding. And a lot of times, you know, when men sit around and talk about this kind of stuff, women are like, oh, that's men telling women what we want. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's brave enough to actually say it, well, this is what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? To get me. Hey, put it in the chat.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we need to do. Show us.
Facts.
Because you can move on.
I don't think she understands because
that's a feminine trait. I would
she tagged her husband.
I would absolutely call it that way. And having someone tell you that you're wrong is going to motivate you to the truth.
Bro. Like, calm down. Put your dick away.
All right, listen, guys, I would love to do this Melina thing for another 10 hours. We have to wrap up this 15 minutes.
So yeah, so you know they're doing their little podcast in in format so that it can be clipped, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that one bit because that actually makes things pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that this was interesting. You know what I'm saying? This Epstein thing. I don't know if you guys are interested in it. If you guys are interested in hearing more about that Epstein topic, let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you guys aren't, then give me a thumbs down. But there was a lot of celebrities involved with Epstein. There was an autopsy that came out, and it said some really wild stuff about him. They were saying that he had an STD and all kind of craziness. Did y'all hear about that?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Let me see. Hold on real quick. I'm about to see if I can find it. Let me know in the chat if y'all heard anything about that Epstein death.
Can we say that we're surprised?
Nah, not at all. Okay, so this came out. Hold on real quick. Who do you guys like better as far as a news source? New York Post or CNN?
It will have to be CNN.
You like CNN better than the New York Post? Okay, hold on real quick. We can just look at them both. Let me see. I don't trust CNN.
I don't trust CNN either, but if you're gonna give me a choice, I'll go with CNN before I go with the Post.
CNN before the Post.
But then again, the Post is a New York conglomerate, so
right. Like it's so hard to know anymore, man. That's why we need the black media. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't trust this fake news. You can't trust this garbage.
Well, flip a coin. Flip a coin.
Hold on, we about to. This is all good. We got it. We gonna look at both of them.
All right.
So my man right here, my man Travis said just one. So let me see. Hold on. I bet you this music is copyrighted. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it down like this. So now here it says Jeffrey Epstein listed more than 10 sex partners before suicide had STD, and that's what these documents say. You know what I'm saying? So down here it says when Jeffrey Epstein was booked into Manhattan jail, he revealed in a health screening that he had more than 10 female sexual partners within the past 5 years and had previously been treated for chlamydia, according to newly obtained documents. The new revelations about the convicted P-word's sexual history were included in 4,000 pages of documents obtained Thursday by the Associated Press from the Bureau of Prisons in response to a Freedom of Information Act request. The trove of paperwork paints a vivid picture of the disgraced billionaire's physical and mental state, which appeared to be in decline in the weeks leading up to his self-deletion on August 10th of 2019 at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan. Medical records showed the 66-year-old Epstein was suffering from sleep apnea, constipation, hypertension, lower back pain, and pre-diabetes. So he was just a hot mess. I mean, you got all that money. You didn't take care of yourself. You didn't take yourself to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Any of that?
Apparently not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hypertension. What was the other ones? Hypertension.
He had
sleep apnea,
constipation, hypertension, constipation.
All
stuffed up. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says Epstein was booked into the federal jail in Manhattan on July 6th of 2019 on charges stemming from the ST, sex trafficking of minors in Florida and New York. All right, so this is him right here. These are those logs because remember there was that self-deletion that allegedly took place. So I think then it just goes into talking about the self-deletion, which we all know that's, old and ancient history. But I just thought it was interesting that they released that stuff. And my question is the same thing that I would ask about anything that had happened a while ago and why they just decided to release information about it. Why do you guys feel like they released that information now? What was the point of them doing that?
In my opinion, to keep the focus on him. I'm pretty sure there's another Epstein somewhere around here. They don't want to focus on this guy. They don't want to, they don't want to focus on the people that was associated with him. And as you can see, even though the list of names came out, they're not doing anything about the people. They got all the power in the world, not doing anything.
Yeah, I agree. Probably most of those people are probably still in Hollywood too.
Absolutely.
And they probably moved from Jeffrey Epstein to somebody else.
They moving around in Hollywood. It's a distraction just to keep the focus on him, and then throw out Chris Rock as a little snack. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely is a distraction.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro, can you imagine if it comes out to be true? Then everybody that was against Will Smith, they're gonna be coming out saying, "I wish he would have hit you harder."
Right.
Yeah.
They might mess around and try to uncancel Will Smith.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Definitely full circle. You know what I'm saying? 360. You know what I mean? So Will Smith might have to give him a double slap.
Right. Real talk. So now here says Epstein files show Chris Rock was among dozens of stars set to meet with disgraced financier. So let me ask you guys, take a wild guess of who you guys think we'll hear about on this list in addition to Chris Rock. What celebrities do you guys think will be the ones that get put out for being involved with your boy Epstein?
I'm gonna say both presidents. I'm gonna say both presidents because the election is coming up. So let's put Biden and Trump in there. Who else? Weinstein is in jail, so I think they're gonna put his name out there. Those are my best guess right now. The two up running presidents.
Wow. Yeah, it could be a possibility. Now that would be interesting if something came out as far as Biden being associated with Epstein. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what people would say about it. I wonder how much transparency the public would be allowed to have when it comes to that. What do you guys think?
None. No transparency.
DeAndre said we might have to spin the block on Chris. If y'all find out that this is real, is everybody gonna hate Chris for real?
Everybody hates Chris.
That's hilarious. So now here says a trove of Jeffrey Epstein's private calendars and emails revealed dozens of Hollywood elites were on the books to meet with the disgraced financier as he sought to rehabilitate his image following a 13-month jail stint in 2008. RadarOnline.com has learned. At the time, Epstein served time behind bars after pleading guilty to procuring a person under 18 for prostitution and felony solicitation of prostitution. I mean, like, here's my thing. This guy is a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire. Like, why are you into that? Why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make any sense to y'all? Like, why?
Well, the degeneracy is one of their calling cards, and also is a form of power. You know what I'm saying? Now, having this type of power can either be a good thing or it could be.
We lost AB. Jay, you still
there?
We
lost him. Yeah, I'm still here, man. I was listening to him.
I know, right? He was about to go in. You know what I'm saying? Chris Tucker looking like, Richard, your phone lost signal, Richard. You know what I'm saying? That's why AB
he's out there, dang.
When AB pop back onto the screen, he's gonna pop back with that open hand like he got from Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious. So now here it says, in the years after his arrest, the docs reveal he strived to forge friendships with powerful people while continuing his philanthropy efforts to keep him running with high society. And the thing is that what people should really pay attention to is that these are the high society people that look down on everybody, but they didn't even disavow Jeffrey Epstein after this stuff came out. High society let him back in. What do you guys What do you guys think about that? Like, these are the people that are supposed to be so good. They're supposed to be so much better. And knowing what this guy was a part of and what he was guilty of and what he had just done a whack jail sentence for, they let him back amongst them. What do you think about that, bro?
No, I mean, you're absolutely right. And this is the issue with how powerful man like what's this dude name that owns Amazon? Well, anyway, it's the issue
Bezos,
with
Jeff Bezos.
Well, yeah, with Bezos and Elon Musk owning these media companies, these people, we have a large population that still listen to these media companies. They don't listen to independent media, and people will, be distracted with all this crap they put out. So they want to turn the attention to something else when we need to be focused on what's the actual real issues are. And them trafficking women is a real issue that should have been addressed. We shouldn't even be dragging out like this. This is like, when we were asked for reparation for the Tulsa race survivors, and they want to, pretty much don't talk about that. This is the issue, man. Like anything that's important that should be done, like the Tulsa race riot survivors getting their reparations, they don't want to talk about it. Anything negative about them, they don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the biggest issues I have with mainstream media is that they're fake media. They only serve their own interests, and they want to put down people they owe, and they want to pretty much protect people that are, just like Epstein's a pedophile. They want to protect that POS that's in the dirt right now being worm food. You know what I'm saying? Right now he's lower than worm pussy. So
that's hilarious. I don't even think worms have that. Like I honestly think like
that was just for comedic purpose.
No, I know that's what makes it so funny. Like because I'm sitting there thinking like, wait a minute, if I'm not mistaken, I think worms are like some of the animals that are like asexual that like self-impregnate and self-reproduce. That's hilarious because that means that he's worthless.
You know what I'm saying? So, because like I always think about this, man. They never cover the important stuff. Let's talk about this. So let's talk about Epstein he should be on until he went down. These people call themselves we're gonna go after the bad people. Trump, who didn't sexually assault a woman, who, he had to pay for whatever. I forgot what he had to pay for. He didn't technically sexually assault this woman. They didn't have that much proof, but he ended up paying. But this guy, who they have a ton of proof on, and they have a bunch of different celebrities, Trump overrided Jeffrey Epstein's. So these people have an agenda. We have to recognize that these companies have an agenda, and their agenda is pretty much to protect their friends and promote degeneracy.
Yeah, I agree. If you guys agree with Jay, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, I agree. 100%.
And let's not forget that Jason Black did a article where it was entitled, and this is that guy's I think it was New York Times, not New York Times, whatever it was. They did an article said, damn, what was that play called? See, I wish I had the information. There was a play about let's say I don't want to say it, the P word. There was a play about P word, and he said the play said, in the article actually said,
I remember that it was in the that was in the Wall. What was it? The Wall New York Times did an article about that.
Was it New York Times? Yeah,
I think it was New York Times. Yeah,
and it said this play is about the P word, and it's brilliant. And I said, what?
Yeah, that's insane.
Insane.
Yeah, that's wild. We should actually find that article and do a stream about that one of these days. Carlton says Epstein was a big Democratic donor and he knew too much. So now here's my question. We got Jeffrey Epstein and we got Ed Buck. Now here's my question. What does that say about who the Democrats will take money from?
Degenerates.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just list off the names, and these are the people that are giving all these people money. My question is, would you guys accept money from people like Ed Buck and Jay Epstein? Let me know. And real quick, shout out to the people that are watching over on Rumble. We got 10 people live on Rumble. If everybody could smash that like button over there on Rumble, and if you're not subscribed over there, make sure you hit the bell. And shout out to everybody that's watching on Grind's channel. We got 12 people live watching over there. Shout out to Twitch. We got 1 person over there. And shout out to Reacts. We got 29 over there. Everybody where you're at, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe.
Shout out to y'all.
We got my man AB Promotions back. Go ahead, bro. Finish your thought, what you were saying before the technology failed.
I forgot what I was saying. I had to run and get charges and all types of stuff. I'm still low, so I'm hanging in there. If you could remind me, then I probably might pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But
go ahead, Jay. What was you about to say?
Oh, I got nothing to say. I was actually trying to remind him, but I forgot what he was talking about too.
Yeah, what it was he was explaining something about the people going after
Epstein.
the people who are
Epstein.
going after Epstein, they try to
Mainstream media.
Yeah, the mainstream media. Yeah, they try to make themselves look like they're actually doing something good by putting the focus on somebody like Jeffrey Epstein, but it's an unequal focus about the focus that's put on us. And yeah, Carlton is alluding to it down here. He was talking about power. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I remember now. I was saying that you know, probably one of the reasons why Epstein felt the reason to do what he was to do is because he had the power to do it. You know what I'm saying? And like anybody else, you know, however you're wired internally, you're either gonna do good things or you're gonna do bad things. And for the most part, we know from history and from observing how these people move that they use their power for not so good things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I would
Yeah.
agree. If you guys agree in the comment section, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
And this is why independent media is so important. Just saying.
Facts. All right, so I want you guys to keep track of these names. A newly exposed calendar detailed a 7:30 p.m. dinner with a handful of well-known names, including actor Woody Allen, Jess Stalley. Is that it? Jess Stalley.
Damn, why
this
ain't
person
Woody Allen? I should have been said Woody Allen.
This
But he's
person right
old
here,
school,
Jess
though.
Stalley, is the head of JP Morgan. And then it says in the early 2010s and maybe Chris Rock, although a source said that Rock was a no-show at the January 2014 event.
So why
Now,
would
I
they
think
put
it's interesting, though. This is what interesting, bro. They using Chris Rock as the name
over
to get
JP
everybody's
Morgan?
attention. Right. And the guy that is the head of JP Morgan was also there. Like, can you imagine the amount of money being discussed between these three?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Him finance. And you know what? I always hear about secret projects being financed, and you know, okay. So what you do in accounting, if you guys don't know, there are some projects you can actually just put under miscellaneous.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if every time he was trafficking people, and he got if he did get the financing from any company or any bank, they wrote that off, and they had specific accountants to write that stuff off.
Oh yeah, it's somebody that knows how to do ABC accounting, ABC costing can just set up a miscellaneous line item, and anything that you can kind of just turf certain things into miscellaneous, or you can also do that by using a employee cash account and kind of pawn it off on like quote unquote travel expenses or things that are used when people go, employees do offsite jobs or whatever per se. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Dining, restaurants, all those so-called miscellaneous items that you can write all these things off on. So yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, no doubt. And shout out to the people enjoying the stream, like my man Average Joe, who says back and we still here. Facts.
Just think about it like this. Think about how these people wash their money through washing cleaners and all that, and they're not all that good. They're pretty much street people that buy a washing cleaner. They'll buy let's say a laundromat or something and wash their money. But in Jeffrey Epstein's situation, he had actual professionals, so I can see him getting away with it.
Yeah, real talk. I mean, like he could afford the best. Like honestly, like when it came to Epstein, like there's nobody that he can't afford. Look at all of the money that he's got, and on top of look at all the money that he's got, look at all of the access to people with money that he has, because having access to people with money, that's a different kind of access, or that's a different kind of asset than you simply having money yourself. Would you guys agree with me on that?
Facts. Definitely.
Right.
I think that's a really underrated asset, is having a network of money. And that's one of the things that I think that people know how to, or that people need to know how to form. So I'm going to ask you guys on the panel and the people that are in the comment section, how many of you all have strategized a plan or ever thought about creating a plan to create a network of money flow, a network of cash, or a network of access to capital? Have you guys ever thought about doing that? Have you ever thought about a necessity for it?
I haven't personally thought about making a network to get cash. My main focus has mainly been on trying to get the capital to support the.
I think we lost.
Then he dropped off again.
Yeah, I think we lost AB again.
So yeah, I mean, me too. At the same time, I've been working on my personal things. Besides making sure that I'm out of debt, keeping my money going. If you get a network, it'll make things a little bit easier. Say if you have like somebody that that can give you the money, a small loan or something like that. Yeah, of course it'll make it easier. So I see the benefits of having a network of people who can finance, say, a small project or something like that, better than going to a bank. Sometimes, I mean, an actual network, not just family, but people that you know. You know what I'm saying? Say if you want to invest in something and somebody can front you the money on hand. So yeah, you're right about that. So
yeah, I think that's one thing that people should try to look into is like creating that so people can have a constant circulating amount of like, you know what I'm saying, like between like $5 and $10 million circulating between each person based on, things that they're doing as far as dealing with each other with like business projects or finances or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cost sharing for products and profit sharing for revenues and different things like that. Like it's so easy for people to get organized and figure out little things like that. But a lot of times people don't tend to prioritize that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason,
right. Right. And I would say because of the economic situation, one thing I would say that if a lot of Black people want to get together and do, let me make this point real quick. If you want to do a group economic project, a small scale project, like you want to open up a corner store or something like that, it's easier for like 10 people, like-minded people, to come together, or even like-minded people or people that know something about business to come together, put their money together, than one person to do it by himself.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. So now here it says an insider told Daily Mail that Rock was friendly with Allen, according to their bombshell report. Radar Online has reached out to representatives for Rock for comment. Those scheduled to meet Epstein included Irina Shayk, Wendy Murdoch, Richard Branson, Peter Thiel, and more. So there was a bunch of people that were scheduled to meet him. Now, if they actually did meet him, I'm not sure. Here it says Epstein, who died by self-deletion in August of 2019 while facing federal sex trafficking charges, previously invited comedian Chris Tucker on a trip to Africa with former President Bill Clinton aboard his private plane in 2002, a topic that trended in 2020. Now, here's my question. Do you guys remember the name of his plane?
I know I don't.
Anybody in the comment section know the name of Epstein's plane? You guys know the name of the plane? If you know the name of the plane, put the name in the comment section. If you don't know, go ahead and put a thumbs down. Oh, okay, Carlton says that Peter Thiel is the PayPal owner. I'll give you guys a hint. It begins with an L, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Shout out to Carlton and Emmanuel Carey. The Lolita Express. Yeah, shout out to John. Make sure you guys throw some radiation emoji in the chat. We got smart people up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Why was it called Lolita Express?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think the word Lolita has something to do with translating to like child trafficking or something like that. I don't know if I don't know if that's I'm not saying that had anything to do with the business or the use of the plane, because I don't know that. I'm just saying I believe that word Lolita has something to do with that. But somebody in the comment section correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's what that was about. So now here it says Chris Tucker's name is on the list, but only because he was associated with the Clinton Foundation. Now, how many people knew that Chris Tucker from Friday was associated with the Clinton Foundation? And why is he associated with the Clinton Foundation? Why is that? Why would he be associated with them? Chris Tucker. That make any sense? What they got in common? You know what I'm saying?
Not a damn thing.
Yeah, what they got in common? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So now here it says people better be real careful with what they assume. One person tweeted about the trip for an AIDS and poverty awareness cause. All right. Let me see. Is there any more down here? Hold on real quick. Meanwhile, Epstein's email suggested that he wanted to be linked with individuals with influence. So now let me ask you guys a question. Jeffrey Epstein is a pretty you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of money, but emails are suggesting that he wanted to be linked to individuals with influence. Let me ask you guys this question. Why would somebody like Jeffrey Epstein, who has access to all of what he has, need to be linked to individuals with influence in order for him to be able to do more, or in order for him to be able to utilize some of the assets that those people have available? What do you guys think? What do you think, Jay?
You already know.
Yeah.
You already know, bro.
Right.
I mean, dude, I don't know. Go ahead.
It goes deep. You know what I'm saying? It goes deep. Let me see. Yeah, so that's it. So that's the end of that article. I think that's pretty interesting, and I think it's crazy, but I don't think that it's shocking. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that look at this. Hold on real quick. There's more. Hold on. I'm about to show you guys this. I was actually about to close this out because I thought this was about a similar topic. Prison documents show that Jeffrey Epstein tried to reach out to Larry Nassar. How many people know about Larry Nassar? Who is he? What did he do?
Convicted felon of sexual abuse.
One thing about these particular type of offenders, it seems like they all hang out in the same kind of circles, doesn't it?
Maybe he was feeding Jeffrey Epstein. He said, let me get the athletes that didn't make it. They can try for my team now.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
Bro, I remember those trials. So isn't that the trial where those girls was up there and they made headlines? They're up there crying. I called the FBI. They didn't do anything. And then they sued the FBI and all that and fired the FBI agent, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So Zarla says Larry Nassar touches his trainees. Average Joe said, above average Joe says, dude was creeping on the women's gymnastics team.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. While he was imprisoned, disgraced financier sent a letter to Larry Nassar, the former Olympic doctor who sexually abused girls for decades, new documents revealed. I mean, like, out of everything that you could do, why would you send a letter to him? Like, I'm going to just send a letter to you. Like, what?
I wouldn't be surprised they operated in the same network, too, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, they all, man, yeah. It's too much of a coincidence. And one thing that I find interesting, actually, I don't find it so interesting. I'm just saying that to get some engagement in the comment section to see what you guys think. One thing that I find interesting is that these kind of offenders always are either working with each other, are friends, or have some kind of business dealing with each other. And as often as that happens, the news never really does a thorough expose on it to show the link between all of these people. Don't you guys think that that's something weird to not cover?
This is extremely weird. And it's by design. This is why these people, that's why, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, with all the money he had, he could have bought any media news coverage or something like that, you know. And it kind of goes to the idea that the reason these people at the news station, these reporters, I'm not saying all of them, but the ones at the top leading organizations, the reason they didn't cover these stories because they probably had Jeffrey Epstein probably knew somebody that kept them quiet, or they were getting a paycheck, so they had some incentive to not report on this. Okay, why should I report on Jeffrey Epstein's when I'm making all this money not to, you know, something like that.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. I agree 110%. So now here it says the Associated Press first reported the discovery, which was found in the midst of over 4,000 pages of documents the news agency obtained nearly 4 years after Epstein, who was accused of sex trafficking children, died of an apparent self-deletion in a New York City jail while awaiting trial. The new document offers additional insight into what documents previously released by the Federal Bureau of Prisons in 2021 revealed about Epstein's self-deletion. All right. So now, for the most part, it just goes into the same stuff that we talked about in the last article. But the last article didn't mention Larry Nassar, which I thought was interesting. They led with putting Chris Rock in the title. So I thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I got a question for you guys. How many people would like to join a Reacts Discord and, you know, build a community there and share content, ideas, you know, do things, have, you know, Discord only streams and stuff like that. If that's something that you're interested in, please make sure that you imply that in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Also make sure that you guys follow Jay the Informant on YouTube. His description will his channel link will be linked in the description box. Everybody else that was on the podcast, of course, Grind and Motivate. Shout out to everybody that's watching over there. Tori and Rain, AB Promotions.
AP Promotion. Yeah, I'm about to say AP Promotion.
Who else was
Grind and Motivate was up here.
Yeah.
Torian was especially up here.
Torian Rain, yeah, Torian Rain. So make sure you guys follow all of those guys. And like I said, on the Reacts podcast channel, the information for them will be linked. All right. And let us know in the comment section of this live stream, wherever you're watching from, about Discord. All right. And just so you guys know, Blacklight Revelations already has a Discord, but that will be different than the Reacts one. So I want to know specifically for Reacts. All right. And with that being said, Jay, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Great stream.
No problem.
As always. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll let you know when we do it again. Grind and Motivate had to bounce, as you guys see. You know what I'm saying? We down to the last two. But we appreciate y'all for watching from wherever you're watching. And with that being said, we will catch you all on the next one. All right.
Peace out.